Oh. Sorry, I coughed, everybody. What's up, everybody? What's up? Valhalla Sports Talk is on the air. We got us some NFL wildcard football action here on a Saturday morning. We got the Los Angeles Chargers traveling to Houston, I would imagine, to take on the Texans in NFL playoff action. This game is set to start in just a few minutes. I came up late today, but we've got a doubleheader on the channel today for your listening and watching enjoyment. Shout out to Fred Vasquez, who checked into the chat first today. T. Kubler up in here. And Billy Voles is in the house. As well. The Valhalla Sports Talk swag shop, y'all. You too could be the swaggiest. Right below this video, I've got 2 jerseys for both teams, both men's and ladies. I've got some nice polo shirts, a Junior Seau throwback jersey, a couple nice New Era hats, and what else we got here? Oh, and some these little floaty deals where it's a stand with a helmet, and the helmet floats on air and spins around. But anyway, those are from Fanatics. They're not from Temu or some knockoff joint. And if you purchase one of those through the link, I get a little piece of that action. But without further ado, let's go ahead and grab the audio here. Today we're going to listen to the Los Angeles Chargers radio team.
With that knee that bothered him last week.
We already talked about Ladd McConkey coming in as the number 1 or number 2 slot receiver in every major statistical category. 112 targets, 82 catches, 1,149 yards, 7 touchdowns. He'll be joined by Quentin Johnston, and then we'll try to figure out who that third receiver is going to be. You got DJ Chark, Darius Davis, and just activated Simi Fehoko. So there are your receivers. Of course, Justin Herbert's the straw that stirs the drink with J.K. Dobbins in the backfield, and we'll get it rolling as kickoff is next. Chargers, Texans, wild card round coming up on the L.A. Chargers Football Network.
It's a new year, and some things never change, like my good looks. And now the top 5 reasons to visit Morongo. Number 5.
Glow into the new year. Save $100 on our age-defying Hydra Spa facial at Sage Spa.
Number 4.
New Year gift giveaway. Get a Brentwood Hot Pot when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 14th.
3.
The Marketplace all-you-can-eat brunch is a judgment-free zone. Go ahead. Start your meal with dessert. We won't
Looks like I have a little lining up I need to do for the display on the NFL side. Let me fix that up.
Tickets now.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Lexus NX250. Earn entries now playing table games with your rewards card. And be here on the 31st at 10 p.m. for your chance to win a Lexus.
Morongo, the best casino resort in the Southland. Good times for everybody.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food. No matter what you're craving, from 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
The Los Angeles Chargers Impact Fund is a nonprofit charity empowering youth, generating access and creating opportunities in under-resourced neighborhoods so today's dreams can become tomorrow's reality. Through the Impact Fund's Bolt Academy program, Inglewood area high school juniors and seniors are taught critical job skills that they then apply in game day positions with the Chargers. Learn more about Bolt Academy and the Impact Fund's other inspiring initiatives by visiting chargers.com/impact.
Interact with our stable of former players, coaches, and executives all day long on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Turn it up! Turn it up! Chargers blitz. Wrapped up. Escapes. Can't escape again. There you go.
Really a full array of players. Missing Josh Palmer, missing Trey Pipkins, but getting some key pieces back, including on the defensive side of the ball and Denzel Perriman. The Chargers are ready to go, and I'll tell you what, I'm excited that this is the first playoff game of the weekend. I don't want to wait any longer. Let's get this thing going.
I'm with you. It could have started 6 hours ago and would have felt better. There is, it's not nervous energy. It is just adrenaline. It's excitement. Our referee today is Land Clark.
So he is playing great football. He is protecting the football without losing his aggressiveness, which is very hard to do. And I'm excited that the Chargers got the ball. I know they prefer to defer, but let's just get this thing going.
All-time Chargers lead this series 6-3. They are 4-1 here in Houston. In the wild card round, historically, the Chargers 6-3. And take note, Jim Harbaugh has never been one and done in the playoffs. He has always won at least one playoff game, made those 3 consecutive NFC Championship appearances when he was with San Francisco. Kicking left to right will be Jamie Fairbairn, Darius Davis, Hassan Haskins in the end zone.
Hey,
the
what's up,
seats
Andrew?
have filled in. The energy is palpable.
I've never had it be this far behind, y'all. This is way behind.
Fairbairn drops his right arm and moves toward the football from the left hash. We are underway. Fielded 1 yard deep by Darius Davis between the numbers to the 15, trying to cut outside.
Appreciate it, Gary. I usually try to put on a show here, but we're having some technical difficulties early here.
28-yard return, and we go downstairs to the third member of our broadcast team.
Way behind the broadcast.
110% adrenaline down here as Derwin James hits the oxygen machine. Powder blue fans packed in behind this bench on their feet. Ask Harbaugh about the playoffs. It's escaping football death. Ask Khalil Mack. It's about biting kneecaps off.
Yeah, it certainly feels that way. And with the roof closed, the Chargers are in the one swath of sunlight. It cuts through the middle of the field from the 40 of the Texans to the 20 of the Chargers. It's a pistol formation. Dobbins behind Herbert. And now McConkey goes in motion left to right. It's a handoff to Dobbins. He dives forward just shy of the 30 to the 29 for a gain of 2. Eric Murray with the tackle, working the left side of that line behind Zion Johnson.
Just got a little tripped up by his own player, or else that might have been a much bigger gain. That was a full 8-man front, and the Chargers had a nice crease for Dobbins. Just got his feet tripped up.
Mustipher comes on with the jumbo package as Matlock jogs off on a 2nd and 8 from the left hash. Herbert now under center. Dobbins in the backfield. Stone, Smart, and Disley are tight ends. Hand off to Dobbins again, and this time a little wiggle from Dobbins, and he pushes all the way past the first down marker to the 37-yard line for a gain of 8.
Yeah, and Stone Smart was in the ball game. Usually when Stone Smart's in at tight end, they're going to throw the football. All
right, Chad, I'm about to get synced up here. NFL.com is way ahead of anything of Yahoo and the audio.
J.K. Dobbins, 3 playoff games in his career, and he has performed 4.6 yards per carry to go with a touchdown. 8 catches for 88 yards and another touchdown. He stays in on the left hip of Herbert on 1st and 10. McConkey in motion again left to right. Herbert now changing the play. 7 on the play clock. Takes the snap. Play action, sets his feet. Middle of the field, caught. McConkey announces his arrival with a 10-yard catch. Eric Murray with the tackle, and it's another first down just shy of midfield at the 47, we'll call it, of the Chargers.
That was a crosser right to left. Again, though, right in that sun. I can't tell which way it's coming in from, which side it is, but it is very bright right where McConkey caught that ball.
It's coming from behind the Chargers, so it's going to affect the Texans and the receivers that are turning around to catch the ball. Herbert again in shotgun. Dobbins to his left. New set of downs from their 47. They rush for Herbert to throw again. Middle of the field. There's Disley into plus territory. Drags 2 defenders with him, including Al-Shair for 7 yards. 2nd and 3 from just outside the left hash. Texans 46, we'll call it.
They brought a late secondary blitz, but it didn't even get close. Herbert got that ball out so fast.
So Herbert moving the football. This offense is operating on schedule. A 2nd and 3. Dobbins in the backfield. Herbert under center. Now Darius Davis in motion right to left. Herbert hands to Dobbins. Dobbins has the first down. Still on his feet. Inside the 40, all the way to the Texans 37 on the right hash. A north and south run for 8 yards.
And they're getting all kinds of push. That was Bozeman working along with the rest of that interior. Zion Johnson on the backside of that run had a big block.
Now we got Matlock and Fisk in the game.
And now look, the Texans are bringing their heavies in defensively. This is an area of the field where you've running it like that, Money, you might get a little nosy and might take a shot.
It's Settle and Fadakasi that come out on that line, and the Chargers' strength of the line is to the right. Play action, sets their feet. Herbert pump fakes, and now he's going to take off. No, he throws. What a catch, Tucker Fisk. So much for blocking. An over-the-shoulder catch, left sideline for 15 yards. Make it 8 grabs in his last 9 games.
Herbert was taking off at the last second. He decides to flip it up into very tight coverage, and I'm sitting there going, Tucker Fisk can't make that play, can he?
And that looks like Al-Shayer that's down on the field, DJ. Just made his return. They have not had this linebacking core intact for the last half season.
I think he was the one in coverage.
He was, yeah. And I'll tell you that, well, they're going to take a minute here to take care of Al-Shayer, so we'll go to break. But Chargers with a 1st and 10 from the Texans 23 when we return 0-0 here in the first on the LA Chargers Football Network.
For non-stop NFL
Man,
talk,
y'all, I am having
there's
a hell of a
only one
time
station
getting
for you,
synced up.
And that's Sirius XM NFL Radio.
Just absolutely
as much
horrible.
love as Detroit gets, I'm not sure they're getting enough. This could go down as one of the greatest offenses of all time.
Patrick Mahomes, quarterback that is concerned
One of the problems
about not
is
only winning football games, but his
NFL.com
legacy. Winning as many Super Bowls as Tom Brady.
has the Steelers-Ravens game happening right now.
The road to Super Bowl 59 is on Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
But anyway, maybe we'll get it here.
Good. Work.
Maybe we'll get it here. I apologize.
Parties, weddings, bar mitzvahs. First record I remember buying was Time Out by Dave Brubeck. Flabbergasted by that album, how good that was. You know the song Wipeout? I just adapted it to the piano.
The Billy Joel Channel is back on Sirius XM for a limited time. Channel 79 and the Sirius XM app.
Tennis fans, Sirius XM is getting you ready for the first major of the year, the 2025 Australian Open, as Novak Djokovic looks to continue history, this time pairing up with his former rival, Andy Murray.
And he stands above all others at the Australian Open.
On the women's side, Iga Swiatek looks to silence the doubters after a PED suspension.
She's done it.
Dan Graca and Tracy Austin host the Australian Open Preview Show right now on the Sirius XM app. Just search Australian Open.
Wildcard Weekend continues when the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wilson back, throwing to the right as a man wide open. It's Freiermuth, and he's in for the score.
Battle the Baltimore Ravens.
Lamar firing back of the end zone. Touchdown!
All right, that volume was way down too, Chad. The volume was way down too.
Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, catch the national broadcast on NFL Radio Channel 88.
Brandon
the Steelers
B.
call on Sirius 82 XM226. The Ravens call on Sirius 83 XM227. In the car and on the Sirius XM app.
This is Peter King. Hear me all season long, every Monday night on Let's Go at 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
Well, Chargers getting up and down the field here on their opening drive. 6 plays, 50 yards. Herbert a perfect 3 of 3 for 32 yards. Dobbins 3 carries for 18. And a new set of downs from the left hash. And the Texans 23. Neville Hewitt in for the injured Azeez Al-Shayer. And they come out with Matlock next to Herbert. He now goes in motion outside of Joe Alt. Pistol formation, Dobbins behind Herbert. And now they'll go empty. Herbert to throw, they rush 4. Pocket holds, downfield, over the outstretched arms of Ladd McConkey and into danger's way with Kalen Bullock back there and his 5 interceptions, incomplete 2nd and 10.
Well, there was a triangle defenders. There are really 3 guys right there. It would have taken an absolute perfect throw to thread that one in. Nothing there on that one.
Win with Wilshire Law Firm, official personal injury attorneys of the Chargers. Find them at wilshirelaw.com/Chargers and pay nothing until you win. They break huddle. Disley out there as tight end along with Stone Smart. They're outside of Joe Alt, right side of the line. Quentin and McConkey to the left. Herbert under center. Dobbins in the backfield on a 2nd and 10. Herbert, play action. Pocket. Collapsing, he gets it to Disley underneath, and there it is again, the tight end screen for 9.5 yards. Toa with the tackle. It'll be a 3rd and less than a yard. Just past the 14-yard line. They need the 13 for the first down, DJ, middle of the field.
Check that one off your bingo card. He did a great job of throwing the rusher up the field, and Will Anderson, that was the only one who could have made a play on him. He just chucked him up the field before he caught the screen.
And here comes the beef, Matlock and Fisk. Makes it 7 players of at least 285 pounds out there. Nobody does it more. 143 times this season. Herbert under center. Fehoko one-on-one to the left. Dobbins in the backfield. Herbert snap. Hands the Dobbins, and he's trying to break a tackle and can't. He's going to lose 3 yards. They needed inches, and it cost them yards, and now Dicker going to come out to kick a field goal.
Yeah, he just got a little bit of penetration. I thought he tried to get to the perimeter a little bit on that inside run. They just had a little bit of a blowback there. Alt got pushed back into his lap.
I've seen some of them in the chat.
He couldn't stay north and south. Once he got lateral, that play was over.
So Cameron Dicker for 35 from the right hash. In the playoffs, 3 of 4 with a long of 50. Good snap, good hold, and this kick works its way inside the right upright and is good. Chargers on the board first. They lead the Texans here in the first quarter with 9:37 to go, 3-0 on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Hey, this is Jeff Foxworthy.
This is Larry the Cable Guy.
And we're excited to tell you about our exclusive SiriusXM channel.
Jeff and Larry's Comedy Roundup. Every hour of every day, we're going to bring you the best comedy from some of the best and our favorite comedians.
Like Nate Borgazzi, Dusty Slay, and Leanne Morgan, just to name a few.
By the way, she owes me money.
And we each host our own shows every week.
Jeff and Larry's Comedy Roundup.
SiriusXM 97. Your home for great American comedy.
Are you ready to thrive in 2025? Kickstart your personal upgrade on the SiriusXM app with our collection of top self-improvement podcasts.
The Mel Robbins Podcast.
The Rams.
Yeah, thus far, nothing from anyone in the LA area that I know from our channel that's been affected by the wildfires here. But that is why I'm wearing the Dodgers lid today. I'll be wearing it for every game today and tomorrow. But still, our thoughts there. I guess there's still evacuations occurring. I guess there's still new fires starting. But definitely thoughts to Southern California and the surrounding areas as they continue to try to battle and figure out these crazy wildfires that are going on there. But the Chargers take their opening drive, I think, down the field for 4-3, and it's 3-0 Chargers on the road.
After all, there's only one Dan Fouts.
Yeah, I know that commercial, the music is a problem, so let's let that commercial roll through. And maybe I'll get a rhythm here, y'all. I got on here late, and it's been all downhill since. But here we go. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Let's see if we can make it.
Your phone. Your hometown announcers are always on the SiriusXM app. SiriusXM Sports. Wherever you are, your team plays here.
Well, they call it a game of inches for a reason. Could not convert their only third down on the drive. And they settle for a 35-yard Cam Dicker field goal. It's the UCLA Health Drive Summary. Start your future at a California Community College classes. It's brought to you by UCLA Health. 10 plays, 57 yards, 5 minutes, 23 seconds. And the Chargers lead 3-0 here in Houston.
It's a good start. Nice drive. Not able to finish the way you want, but establish the line of scrimmage for the most part. Justin looks sharp. He gets some points early on, and now let's give the defense out there and see if they can get after C.J. Stroud.
Well, that's kind of the side that you look at, DJ. It's the #1 scoring defense in the league. A lot of people just thinking about that Christmas Day game against the Ravens. 31-2, the only points coming on a safety from the defense. And now, Land Clark whistles we're good to go. Dicker will kick off right to left with the lead. 9:37 to go in the game. In the quarter, I should say. And this is going to be over the head of Damian Pierce. So the Texans will start at their 30, and we'll get back downstairs to Shannon Farron.
How about Tucker Fisk with that over-the-shoulder grab? You mentioned it, Matt, 8 grabs in 9 games. He is a guy that likes to run through the walkthroughs, and he does it in his Birkenstocks going back to Stanford. One reason he may have a connection with Justin Herbert, they're both big fishermen, spent his childhood fishing for salmon, Tucker did. Dad played tackle for the Chargers. Could be a big tight end game for L.A. Houston down a couple safeties there over the middle.
Yeah, it's a heck of a drive. Over 5 minutes off the clock. Now Stroud goes empty with Mixon in bunch formation to the left. Hutchinson to his right to throw. And middle of the field is open. And ball is out. Chargers are on it. Ball is out. Chargers are on it, waiting for a signal. It is Charger football. Derwin James, Alohi Gilman punches it out. Derwin jumps on it, and we got ourselves a turnover.
I think that ball, it is close.
It's really close. The call on the field is a fumble. His knee, Mechie's knee is down. They're obviously going to look at it. All turnovers get reviewed.
It is bang, bang.
It was a heck of a rip out by Gilman.
I think it's out.
I think it's out.
I think it is out.
Yeah,
The ball looks out well before his knee hits the ground, Chat.
It's the 15th fumble for the Texans, the 8th lost for the Chargers. It is their 12th fumble forced. And it is Chargers football. Defense running off the field. Offense is on, up 3-0. First play on the offensive side for the Texans is a turnover. What a start to this game, DJ.
Let's cash it in here with a touchdown. This is a defense, just gave you a gift. Now let's cash it in.
That was Mechie on the fumble, his second of the season, the second-year player out of Alabama for Alohi Gilman. That is his 5th career forced fumble and the first one this season. They break huddle with Gus Edwards behind Justin Herbert in the pistol. Disley and Matlock to the right. Quinton all alone to the left. Now McConkey in motion, joins Q. Handoff to Edwards. Edwards puts his foot in the ground. All the way inside the 25-yard line for a gain of 8 on top of the numbers, right side of the field, the far side from where we sit. And it'll be a 2nd and 2.
That was a nifty cut to get behind Matlock, who had the key block. Excellent footwork from Gus, who looks fresh.
Great to see Gus back active for this one. Has worked so hard to hold off injuries this season. That 43-yard run you could point to as a catalyst for where we are today. He stays in. Herbert, Edwards, pistol, and now that diamond with Fisk and Matlock. Handoff to Edwards. Edwards spins, falls forward, past the first down marker, between the hashes at the 22. Mark it 1, DJ. First down bolts.
It looked like a little nickel blitz there to try and get to Gus. They got to him off the edge. It was Lassiter who was in the backfield, but Gus spun off the tackle and fought for the first down. But establishing the run like this, you're starting to see them again creep towards the line of scrimmage defensively. This is all going to set up nicely for eventually the Chargers taking some pops down the field.
Right now, 6 runs to 5 passes. Dobbins checks in. Strength of the line is right. Disley and Smart over there. And play action. Dobbins picks up the blitz, but he can't pick up the extra Will Anderson rush. And Herbert loses 10. It'll be a 2nd and 20 now.
Yeah, they had extra linemen out there as well. Mustafa on the left side. They were, it was a wall of people you had to get through, and somehow you get an unblocked defender. And they just went right through the back. I think it was J.K. back there.
Yeah,
went right through him.
Well, Will Anderson's done it all season long. 56 pressures, 11 sacks, and that one now has the Chargers with a 2nd and 19 from their own 31. Herbert to throw, they rush 5. Herbert escapes, throws, caught, dropped. Oh, Will Disley. He was wide open at the marker and dropped it. Herbert had to fight off a million defenders to get it there.
Yeah, he got away from a sack, hit Disley right in the hands, and right beyond Disley in the end zone, you had Q who was wide open. That would have been a first down, though, to Disley. That would have been 20-something yards. Just right in his hands and dropped it.
They lead 3-0. Can they cash in this turnover? A 3rd and 19. On 3rd down, Chargers offense 11th in the league on 3rd down. This team is top 10. Herbert to throw, goes out, caught, and DJ Chark able to get back to the 20. It'll bring up a 4th and about 8. Miles Bryant makes the tackle, and out comes Cameron Dicker to get a field goal.
Yeah, you take the points, but that was a drive with a lot of pressure. Not only the sack from Will Anderson, but some interior pressure on the incompletion to Will Disley. Tighten up a little bit in pass protection.
So Dicker 1 for 1 so far, and now it'll be a 40-yarder. Make it a 39-yarder from the right hash.
Hey, what's up, Ricardo? Ricardo Moreno
to extend this lead to 6-0. Good snap. Good hold, right down the middle, and the turnover produces 3 points. 6:35 left in the first quarter. Chargers 6, Texans 0 on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Casino at San Manuel continues to be California's #1 entertainment destination as we start your 2025 off right with the biggest names in folk, rock, and country music. Grab your tickets for indie rock superstars The Killers as they play all their popular tunes on February 18th. Pop superstars and radio hitmakers The Lumineers grace the stage on February 22nd. And country legend Reba McEntire performs March 20th. Details at yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter.
The big game is almost here. Time to gear up on all your game day essentials.
Superior Grocers is your ultimate game day headquarters.
Score a touchdown with Superior's mouth-watering chips and guacamole, made fresh daily. Tackle your cravings with fresh shrimp and carne asada from the meat department.
Keep your team cheering with Coca-Cola 12-pack cans and 8-pack 12-ounce bottles and Bimbo sandwich bread select varieties.
Download the Superior Grocers app to stay up to date on our latest deals and specials.
Superior Grocers, quality, variety, and value.
It's the new year, and you're looking to get a new car. Then head over to the Easy Choice sales event at your Toyota dealer, where it's easy to choose a great lease or a low APR on Toyota's most popular models, like the all-hybrid Camry, fuel-efficient Prius, legendary Corolla, rugged Tacoma, or versatile RAV4. A new Toyota for the new year is waiting for you at the Easy Choice sales event. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
Sometimes your phone breaks.
Ugh. Dude. What the?
Oh, seriously? Hey, life happens. But at Verizon, we got you. Trade in any phone from our top brands in any condition and get a great deal on iPhone 15 with an unlimited ultimate plan. And turn...
No!
Into...
Oh, yeah!
Only on Verizon.
Points from Cameron Dicker. Chargers leading the Texans 6-0. 6:35 left in the first. Our UCLA Health Drive summary presented by UCLA Health, keeping you on top of your game. 6 plays, 12 yards, 2 minutes, 53 seconds. Herbert gets sacked by Will Anderson on a 1st and 10, and that derailed that drive that had been going great. Gus Edwards, 2 carries for 11 yards. But they forced the turnover. And they got 8 minutes, 16 seconds of possession to 9 seconds for the Texans so far.
Yeah, that's going to pay dividends later on in the ball game.
Dicker boots it away out of the back of the end zone. They start at the 30, and we go back downstairs to Shannon Farron.
Khalil Mack looking for his first playoff win of his career. Jim Harbaugh convinced him to come back after an all-pro season. Because of that, Joey Bosa took a pay cut to come back and work with Khalil Mack. Derwin James says that's who he plays for every day. He wants to go out there and do it for Mac and Joey, guys.
Yeah, as Joey jogs off with Tony Jefferson to get this first series started. On the second drive of the game for the Texans. Last one lasted just 1 play with the turnover. And now Mixon in the backfield. Stroud under center from the left hash, moving left to right, and they're all Navies. Derwin getting nosy. It's a handoff to Mixon. He's hit by Morgan Fox. He's able to pick up 2. It'll be a 2nd and 8. The Chargers up 6-0.
General rule of thumb, when you throw on the first play and it results in a turnover, it is a 100% chance you're running it on the next one.
Mixon this season, 1,016 yards, averaged just over 4 yards per carry, 11 touchdowns. Had a few explosives. A 59-yarder was his long. Also active in the pass game, 36 catches for 309. And he's back there again all alone. Motion man is Mechie. Handoff to Mixon again. Mixon, nowhere to go. Denzel met him in the hole. Picks up maybe a half yard. And here we go, DJ. It'll bring up a 3rd and 7.
Now you can really pin your ears back with this rush. Keep in mind, this is a Texans offensive line that has struggled with any type of twists or games. Let's see if the Chargers try and give them an exotic look here with Jesse Minter calling the shots.
Top 5 on 3rd down is this defense, allowing just a 35% conversion rate. They break huddle. Nico Collins one-on-one with the rookie Cam Hart out to the left. Stroud from the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right. Schultz in his right pocket. To throw, he settles. Here comes pressure. He's trying to escape. He rolls to his right. He's got a lane. He throws downfield and nearly intercepted by Dayon. Oh, he had it in his hands and dropped it. It was nowhere near its intended target of Mechie, but Dayon could not haul it in. And I know it's not a turnover, DJ, but we'll take the 3 and out.
Yeah, and they've got Stroud already flustered. Joey actually lost contain. He got outside contain, but that was a terrible decision and throw from C.J. Stroud.
I thought he was throwing to Mechie. He was trying to throw back to Nico and just was 5 yards short of him. So here's Darius Davis with his heels on the Charger 15. Tommy Townsend, fifth year out of Florida, to punt it away. Left to right from where we sit. And Townsend puts this thing darn near through the roof. Davis signals for fair catch. He is hit. Flag comes out. Ball trickles into the end zone. So he was hit at the 15.
Position. That's good field position after that.
Well, you know what I'm thinking, DJ? How about a free kick? What do you think? Glenn Clark, our referee, 2 flags down on the field. We'll see if there's any other foul or if that is it. They're both right where Darius was standing.
It was right before the 15, so 14.5-yard line looks like where that took place.
Is it spotted the foul, or is it, if it's a touchback, does it go from the 20?
Fair catch interference, kicking team number 17. A 15-yard penalty, first down, Los Angeles. Timeout.
So there you go, DJ. It'll be 15 from where the infraction occurred. It looked like you said, right from the 14.5. They'll walk it off, and the Chargers offense is back on the field with a 6-0 lead. 4:58 to go in the first quarter on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Chargers and the NFL. Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. They're the safest and most convenient marketplace to score fully verified Chargers tickets. And even if your plans get turned over, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell your seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Chargers.
Sometimes your phone breaks.
Ugh. Dude. What the? Oh, seriously?
Hey, life happens. But at Verizon, we got you. Trade in any phone from our top brands in any condition and get a great deal on iPhone 15 with an unlimited Ultimate plan. And turn...
No!
Into...
Oh, yeah!
Only on Verizon.
It's a new year, and some things never change, like my good looks. And now the top 5 reasons to visit Morongo. Number 5.
Glow into the new year. Save $100 on our age-defying Hydra Spa facial at Sage Spa.
Number 4.
New Year gift giveaway. Get a Brentwood Hot Pot when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 14th.
3.
The Marketplace all-you-can-eat brunch is a judgment-free zone. Go ahead, start your meal with dessert. We won't tell.
And the number 2.
Just hilarious. Live this Saturday. Get tickets now.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Lexus NX 250. Earn entries now playing table games with your rewards card. And be here on the 31st at 10 p.m. for your chance to win a Lexus.
Morongo, the best casino resort in the Southland. Good times for everybody.
Shannon Farron down on the field as well. 6-0 here. Chargers lead the Texans. 4:58 left in the first. They come out with 2 tight ends, Stone Smart, Disley. Gus Edwards the back. He's got 2 carries for 11. Dobbins 4 for 16. Herbert 5 of 7 for 51 yards. But they are 0 of 2 on third down. They're the only blemish in a game where they have 8 minutes, 16 seconds of possession to Houston's 1 minute, 46 seconds here.
One thing I would keep an eye on, too, if you're Greg Roman and you've seen how aggressive they've been with their rush, the screen. They hit one already to the tight end. I wouldn't mind seeing a wide receiver screen, a back screen. Just try and take advantage of them throwing all these extra.
All right, little issue with the audio, sounds like, y'all. Let's see what we got going on.
Seconds here.
One thing I would keep an eye on, too, if you're Greg Roman and you've seen how aggressive they
regularly, and now our officials seem to be questioning the spot of the ball. It's at the 31.5 right now, and they're going to walk it up. See, and this is what I was talking about.
Yeah, it's just from the touchback.
Got the drop, and now a hold is going to make it 1st and 20.
Are they going to say an eligible man downfield? That was awful quick, if that's the case.
There's Land Clark, our referee.
Ineligible player downfield. Offense number 68. 5-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
That ball was gone immediately.
Let's quickly take 10 seconds for our stations to identify themselves on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Listen to groundbreaking interviews and thrilling play-by-play all season long. Touchdown! On Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
I mean, that's a tough call.
That is a ticky-tack call. It's a play action and then a quick screen. Jamari's just popped out of his stance, essentially. Cost him 5 yards, though. 1st and 15. Dobbins in the backfield. Darius Davis in motion. Handoff to Dobbins. Makes the first man miss, not the second. He stopped at the 31. A gain of 1 brings up 2nd and 14. Fatakasi there to make the tackle.
Yeah, they're playing downhill at the second level especially. Those linebackers are on their toes, not on their heels, trying to slow down this Chargers rushing attack.
Chargers lead 6-0. 4 minutes left in the first. And now Hassan Haskins checks in as they break huddle. He's to the right of Herbert. Q outside the numbers right. McConkey inside the numbers left. Disley on the right side of that line. Haskins makes it empty. They rush 4. Herbert drops. Hit as he throws. That ball is up for grabs, and good job by Q just playing defense, and there is a flag at the line of scrimmage. Derek Stingley there trying to get his 6th interception, and we're going to get a hold on the Texans.
Making sure Herbert's okay.
Holding. Defense number 55. 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
Seems okay. He was looking at that right hand for a second. He got hit as he threw, and that thing just hung up there.
Yeah, Hunter held the back trying to get out, and Haskins, that was the flag. But yeah, at least his arm didn't get caught. His arm got hit, but it didn't get caught like you saw from the college game when Beck threw and his arm got stuck. Herbert was able to complete his arm motion.
So instead of a 2nd and 14, it's a 1st and 10 from the 36. Pistol formation. Edwards behind Herbert. Shark in motion left to right. Hand off to Edwards. Edwards goes north and south immediately, but picks up just a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Daniil Hunter there to make the tackle.
Yeah, they're staying committed to the run, but I'm telling you, if you can get beyond that second level, there really is no second level. The linebackers are coming downhill so fast on some of these first downs. If you can get play action, you can replace those linebackers. Think of slants from the slot. Think of the tight end, getting him down the seam. They are going to be vulnerable to that as aggressive as they're playing the run.
6-0 here early from the Chargers. A pair of field goals, one off a turnover. Pistol formation, left hash, moving right to left. Dobbins behind Herbert on a 2nd and 9. Herbert takes the snap, play action, has time, and now underneath just rifles a shot intended for Hassan Haskins that really had no chance. Toa in coverage, and it'll be 3rd and 9, and they have not converted a 3rd down yet. 0 for 2 so far.
They wanted McConkey on a little return route where it looks like he's going to run across her, and then he whips back around to the corner on the front side, and they had it covered up. I thought Herbert might have had an opportunity to run there if he was looking for it.
We have not seen that yet. This is one of the best 3rd down defenses in the league, allowing just 36% conversion rate, 7th best. McConkey makes it trips to the right with Chark and Q. Herbert, they brush 5. He's got to let it go. Again hit and incomplete. I'm sure Ladd wants a flag, but there is not one. Miles Bryant there in coverage. That's the second time Herbert's been hit when letting go of the ball, and it's just floated up there. Lucky it was not picked off.
Yeah, it was Will Anderson again who got back there. He got around Bozeman on a game that they ran, had a run through. And that's scary when your arm's getting hit like that.
And so JK for the first time today to punt it away. Robert Woods, the vet, out of USC, and Sarah, Gardena Sarah, 12th season. And that punt is tipped, and the Chargers are going to catch a break as it is going to roll all the way down to the Texan 28-yard line. But it was blocked by D'Angelo Ross, and they catch a break. Boy. So the Texans will take over at their 28, but that punt was blocked. Chargers lead 6-0, 2:35 to go in the first on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food. No matter what you're craving, from 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
The Los Angeles Chargers Impact Fund is a nonprofit charity empowering youth, generating access, and creating opportunities in under-resourced neighborhoods so today's dreams can become tomorrow's reality. Through the Impact Fund's Bolt Academy program, Inglewood area high school juniors and seniors are taught critical job skills that they then apply in game day positions with the Chargers. Learn more about Bolt Academy and the Impact Fund's other inspiring initiatives by visiting chargers.com/impact.
Want the latest in Chargers breaking news, exclusive content, scores, up-to-the-minute highlights, press conferences, and more delivered straight to your phone? Download the official Chargers app, your one-stop shop for all things Bolts. In addition to staying in the know with the Chargers app, you can also conveniently manage your tickets and access important know-before-you-go game day information all in one place. Staying connected to your Bolts has never been easier. Download the official Chargers app today and bolt up.
At UCLA Health, discovery and innovation lead to the best care. Our doctors and nurses work tirelessly every day to bring you the best experience so you can live your best life. It's why we're consistently ranked as a top hospital nationwide for 35 consecutive years by U.S. News and World Report. Go to uclahealth.org to schedule an appointment today at one of our over 280 locations right here in Southern California. Once again, that's uclahealth.org.
.0 here early, 2:35 to go in the first. Chargers lead the Texans. They have dominated time of possession, 18 plays to 4, 10.5 minutes to a minute 45. And they caught a break there. J.K. Scott had his punt blocked by D'Angelo Ross, but not entirely. And it ends up going for 35 yards to the Texans' 28. So Chargers defense with Thule and Bud Dupree as your edges.
Got to believe they want to get their stud Collins involved here soon.
Well, he is over there one-on-one outside left, and it's a quick run over the middle, and there's the first big play, a first down for the Texans, their first first down. Deion Henley makes the tackle on Schultz. Let's go downstairs to Shannon Farron.
Denzel Perryman not out there at linebacker after the last defensive series. He ran into the locker room with his left arm outstretched. Full sprint, though. They're saying now he's questionable to return with an elbow injury, guys.
All right, thank you, Shannon. As that's the first play. It's gone for any yards for the Texans, and they're right back on it. Play action. Here's middle again. Woods into plus territory. Chargers 45, a gain of 12. You do not want to let C.J. Stroud get into rhythm.
Yeah, and that was Christian Fulton, who just got caught peeking with his eyes in the backfield and ended up allowing Robert Woods to cross his face for the completion. Just got a little nosy on the play action.
It's two throws to the middle of the field. And just like that, with the leg of Kaimi Fairbairn, you are not far from his field goal range to put some points on the board. Mixon in the backfield now, Stroud under center. Collins outside the numbers right, Mechie in the slot. Rolling to his right, looking downfield, and outside the outstretched arms of Mechie. Derwin James in coverage, and Thule was applying some pressure, so a 2nd and 10.
Good job by Thule not getting sucked inside. They love the boot, C.J. Stroud. He was able to get outside of Bosa once earlier. This time, a nice job of staying on that high shoulder of the quarterback by Thule.
Yeah, Stroud this season, 699 yards passing outside of the pocket. That is 3rd most in the NFL. So dangerous when he's out there rolling, especially with how leaky the interior of that line has been. And now they'll go empty. Mixon out to the left, trips to the right. And here comes a blitz from Derwin, and down he goes. Joey Bosa with the sack. All the way back at the 50 for a loss of 6.
You just had a feeling Joey Bosa was going to be a little geeked up for this playoff opportunity. At that time, they had the overload coming from the other side. That's where my eyes were drawn. You had Bosa working against Tunsil, their best offensive lineman. He just pops him, separates, and makes the sack.
2nd postseason sack for Bosa. Could not have come at a better time, and now we got a 3rd and 15. This team is got the 2nd most 3rd and 9+ in the league, 91 times in the regular season. They go empty as Ogunbowale goes wide right, and it's a quick throw over the middle to Schultz, just trying to get into field goal territory, but he is gang tackled, beginning with Henley and Derwin for a gain of 8.
This might be 4 down.
I think you're right. It looks like they are going 4 downs. They got half of it. So now a 4th and 6. I'm going to call it 4th and 7 where they're putting it. And like you said, DJ, they're going for it.
Yeah, they got that ball out quick as if they had made the decision. Just get half of it here and try and get the rest on 4th down. Do not jump.
Yeah, they don't have to hike it. Only 6 on the play clock, 10 on, I should say, the game clock, and we're at zeros. So end of the first quarter, and the Chargers so far pitching a shutout. Texans will have a 4th and 6 when we return on the LA Chargers, up 6-0 on the Texans Football Network.
Don't miss MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training beginning in late February. When the football season blows its final whistle, it's baseball's time to shine. Tune in as we visit with all 30 teams on site across Arizona and Florida. Hear from the star players, managers, and front office executives. MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training begins in late February on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
It's soccer's most thrilling league.
Only the Premier League can make you feel like this.
And now every match is on the SiriusXM app.
Can you believe it?
From the title race.
This is remarkable. Keeps this title charge on track, surely.
To the relegation fight.
The impossible may still be possible.
Hear every English Premier League match on the SiriusXM app and talk about all the EPL drama on SiriusXM FC.
All right, chat. So after 1 quarter, the Chargers with a 6-0 lead on the road in Houston. Kind of a mistake-prone first quarter, I would say. Neither team looked exactly in sync. But the Chargers take that opening drive and get the 3, and then they get the turnover, and instead of converting that into a touchdown, they get a 3 for it. And so here we are. We're headed to the second quarter, 6-0 Chargers over the Texans. Let's get back to it. Subscribe, like, turn on them notifications.
Touchdown Ravens! Rashad Bateman.
Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, catch the national broadcast on NFL Radio Channel 88. The Steelers call on Sirius 82 XM 226. The Ravens call on Sirius 83 XM 227. In the car and on the Sirius XM app.
Los Angeles fans, hear what Coach Harbaugh and the players have to say after each game on the Chargers channel. 8:17 on the Sirius XM app.
6-0 here at the start of the second quarter. Chargers lead the Texans. So looks like 4-down territory. But that is not what we're going to see. Instead, Tommy Townsend coming out to punt this one away. And it kind of matches up well for the Texans. They converted 61% of their fourth downs this season. Chargers allowed a 62% conversion rate on fourth down.
That's a lot of meat on that bone. And I think the way this game is going, they'd like to pin them deep. And
especially after that last series. So Darius Davis inside his own 10. Townsend 14 on the play clock, and I don't know if they want to just take the delay of game here, but there's still 10.
Seeing if they get them to jump is what they're trying to do.
Yeah, it's 4th and 6.
That would be a go for it fourth down if they could get them to jump. The Chargers aren't biting.
And instead, we got the flag for the delay of game. They'll take the 5 yards, give Townsend a little bit more room to punt.
Delay of game. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Still fourth down.
Yeah, not walking anything off, so I'm guessing Harbaugh's declined it. Nope, he'll accept the penalty.
I know you
always
make the case. Just give me the yards. Something
I'm with
happens.
you too.
I don't know what happens. I don't want you to jump off sides. Now they have an makeable fourth down. Take those 5 yards and
with
walk
you
them back.
Entirely. And they did, in fact, take it. So Townsend now back at his own 40. Darius still at the 10.
Don't do what these college teams have been doing and field this thing inside the 5-yard line either.
Kicking right to left here. Townsend gets it away. And it is fair catch signaled for at the 7. Not inside the 5, DJ.
Yeah,
at the 7.
Right. That was a gray area.
Chargers Impact Fund is a nonprofit charity committed to empowering youth, generating access, and creating opportunity to learn how you can help make a difference. Visit chargers.com/impact. 38-yard punt for Townsend with no return. First playoff appearance here for the Bolts since 2022. Their last playoff win, January 6th, 2019, that wild card round against Baltimore, knocked off the Ravens 23-17 on the road. And since 2000, they are 5-8 in the playoffs, 3-5 on the road with wins in Indianapolis, Cincinnati, and the aforementioned Baltimore.
You need a drive starter here. Get this first down. Find that rhythm you had on that opening drive where they were mixing it up quite nicely.
Yeah, 71 net yards, 6 points, and yet to convert a third down. 0 for 3. The Texans 0 for 2 on third down. Q goes outside the numbers left as the Chargers now operating left to right. Dobbins in the backfield from the 7. Right hash, Herbert under center. To throw, middle of the field. McConkey's got it out to the 20. That's patented Ladd McConkey slide after the reception for 12. Stingley in coverage. And there's your first down, DJ. Nice drive starter.
Yeah, a little skinny post, Stingley and off coverage. Really in pretty good spot. But you can't defend a perfect throw from Justin Herbert.
Well, he loves throwing to Ladd. Herbert's quarterback rating 123 when he targets McConkey this season. So 1st and 10 now, breathing room from their own 20. Dobbins in the backfield. Strength of the line is to the right with Matlock and Disley. Now Matlock going to make it I formation. Again, play action. Herbert, middle of the field again. McConkey wide open, and he's all the way out to the 35-yard line for a gain of 15. Bullock and Murray combined for the tackle, and now Ladd with 3 receptions, 37 yards.
That's what we talked about. When you run the ball, play action, that second level gets sucked up so close to the line of scrimmage. There's those windows right behind them.
So at the very least, Chargers able to get some breathing room here to start this drive, leading 6-0. They won the toss, started and drove down the field, couldn't convert a 3rd and inches, settled for a field goal. Pistol formation right now, left hash. And there's a handoff to Dobbins, and Dobbins past the 40, up to the 41-yard line for a gain of 6. Toa with the tackle.
Isn't it interesting, Money? It just all works together. Now you hit that, and now those linebackers, all of a sudden, they're not crashing downhill quite as fast anymore, and you get a little bit of a runway there for J.K.
Complimentary football. And tight ends out there as they break huddle. It's Quinton on the numbers all alone left. Covered by Lassiter, the rookie out of Georgia. Bunch formation to the right. Herbert Pulls it out, has to get rid of it immediately. Incomplete, intended for McConkey, and that'll bring up a third down. Can they convert a 3rd and 4? Will Anderson was in the backfield before Herbert could even get his head around.
They have a talented collection of edge guys. We'll see if they do what they've done on these other third downs, which is take those edge rushers and Hunter and Will Anderson, and they're running stunts to get them on the interior and get them away from these talented tackles the Chargers have.
Again, Chargers have not converted a third down yet. 0 for 3. They go empty here. And now J.K. will return to the backfield to the left of Herbert. We got 6 on the line of scrimmage, and they rush 5. Herbert got to get rid of it. And Q with a catch. Does he survive the ground? No, he does not. Broken up by Lassiter.
I think he was short of the first down, even if he caught it. I think he might have landed on the ball, too.
Nice. On one knee right now. And Q was dealing with an injury all week. So out comes the punting unit, but again, able to get out from the 7-yard line and give J.K. Scott some room, especially considering his last punt was blocked.
Yeah, that ball should have been caught, but he's going to be 2 yards short of the first down.
Lassiter, the rookie out of Georgia, 2nd-round pick, poked it away. Had a rough 40 time at his pro day. That's why he slid, but man, he has been fantastic this year.
Player.
Woods to receive at the 12. J.K. gets his leg into this one. It is a sky-high punt. Fair catch signaled for at the 12-yard line. And there you go. That's what we're used to seeing from J.K. as they pin him deep on a 47-yard punt with no return. Chargers 6, Texans 0. 12:38 to go on the second quarter, I should say, on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Catch the best basketball coverage on SiriusXM NBA Radio Channel 86.
Jaylen Brown drives, bounce pass to the corner. Tatum drives baseline, strong two-hand play.
Every day we bring you the latest headlines, expert analysis, and exclusive interviews with the players, coaches, and legends of the game.
We're now joined by best Laker of all time. It's Magic Johnson.
Nick Nurse, head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers, joins us.
Plus, catch live play-by-play action you won't hear anywhere else. Tune in on NBA Radio Channel 86 or the SiriusXM app.
This is Dave LaGreca from SiriusXM's Busted Open, and I love pro wrestling. And so do you. And that's why I'm bringing it to you every day on the Busted Open podcast. Join me in a cast of pro wrestling Hall of Famers for reactions, insights, and interviews with the biggest names. Plus, weekly sessions all about their decades of wrestling expertise that we call the Masters Class. Download Busted Open now on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcast.
Everybody that be living it up, we said.
Yo, what's up? It's SiriusXM Fly. I can't come to the phone right now because I'm over on Channel 50 playing those 90s. What's my name?
Let's flip the track, bring the old school back.
And 2000s hip-hop and R&B throwbacks. Commercial free, 24/7. Pull up, Channel 50, and at home with SiriusXM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices. Holla.
Hear PGA Tour Radio's new lineup this Monday. Tee off with the starter at 7 a.m. Eastern, followed by 5 clubs with Gary Williams at 8 a.m. Fix your game on a new breed of golf from 9 a.m. to noon. Colt Knost and Drew Stoltz are on Gravy on the Sleeves from 12 to 2 p.m. Inside the Ropes with Carl and Dennis Paulson from 2 to 5 p.m. Then, it's 2 hours of K-Trick and McGinnis on tap, followed by Rocco Mediate on the Rocco Hour from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern. PGA Tour Radio, Channel 92 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
Los Angeles fans, hear what Coach Harbaugh and the players have to say after each game on the Chargers channel. 8:17 on the SiriusXM app.
Well, slow start for the Bolts, but a slower start for the Texans has the Chargers up 6-0 here in Houston. 12:38 to go in the first half. Texans ball with a series now that will start at their own 12 right hash, and they're all Navies. Thule and Khalil are your edges. Junior Colson, Dayon your linebackers. And Derwin playing up high with Alohi Gilman to get this thing started. Nico Collins in the slot left. Mixon in the backfield. Stroud to Mixon. And Mixon hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll push forward for 2.5. Just shy of the 15-yard line. Bring up a 2nd and 7. Colson there to make the tackle.
This feels like a big series in the game. The Houston Texans haven't got anything going offensively. If you can get a stop here, you've successfully played the field position game. You're in a great spot to go get some points.
Thule jogs off. Joey comes on to join Khalil Mack. Joey with a sack earlier in this game. And now Derwin back on the line of scrimmage to the right of Mack. Nico Collins, always dangerous. Outside the numbers right, opposite Christian Fulton, giving him a pretty healthy bumper. And now to throw. Stroud, pocket collapsing. He wants Collins downfield and outside the reach of Fulton, who had a better shot at it than Collins did. It felt like CJ just kind of let that thing fly, not really figuring out where it was going to land, hoping his guy could get under it.
Yeah, it was a predetermined decision. I mean, Fulton maintained 5 yards on top of Collins, and CJ's trying to hit a deep ball over the top. There's absolutely no chance he's going to hit that, and we've got a 3rd and long for this Charger pass rush right now.
Well, we mentioned Chargers 0 of 4 on 3rd down. Texans 0 of 2. Ogunbowale in the backfield. Next to Stroud in the shotgun. Stroud to throw. They rush 5. Stroud all day lets it fly downfield and caught. Is it intercepted? Yes, it is. How about that? Dean Leonard. Dean Leonard caught it like it was a pop-up in Little League Baseball.
Did he get his 2nd foot down? You're darn right he did.
Sure did, and he kept that heel off the line, DJ.
What an interception. What an athletic play and an aware play by Dean Leonard on a ball that was just chucked straight up in the air to no one.
So we'll come back with the Chargers. Can they cash in their 2nd turnover of the day for points, leading the Texans 6-0. 11:39 to go in the half on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Covered, the path to wellness starts with health plans you can afford. Our HMO plans are designed to meet your unique health goals, offering prescription and vaccine coverage, mental health and wellness support, and no-cost annual wellness exams and preventive services. We even help you see if you qualify for financial assistance. Become a member of LA's most affordable health plan. Get a free instant quote at lacarecovered.org or call 855-448-2752. LA Care Covered. The path to wellness starts here.
At UCLA Health, discovery and innovation lead to the best care. Our doctors and nurses work tirelessly every day to bring you the best experience so you can live your best life. It's why we're consistently ranked as a top hospital nationwide for 35 consecutive years by U.S. News and World Report. Go to uclahealth.org to schedule an appointment today at one of our over 280 locations right here in Southern California. Once again, that's uclahealth.org.
Sometimes your phone breaks.
Ugh.
Dude.
What the?
Oh, seriously? Hey, life happens. But at Verizon, we got you. Trade in any phone from our top brands in any condition and get a great deal on iPhone 15 with an unlimited Ultimate plan. And turn...
No!
Into... Oh, yeah! Only on Verizon.
Looking for the perfect present this holiday season? Give the gift of Chargers season tickets. That's right, 2025 Los Angeles Chargers season tickets are on sale now. Lock in the best seats at the lowest prices and be part of the electric atmosphere inside SoFi Stadium for year 2 of the Jim Harbaugh era. Every tailgate, every hit, every high five, every performance, and every memory. There's nothing quite like Chargers game day. Find out what everyone's been talking about. Visit chargers.com/tickets today.
Chargers' 2nd turnover of the game, the 13th interception thrown by Stroud this season, and the Chargers have it at the Texans 40, leading 6-0. Dobbins in the backfield, Herbert under center, offset eye. Herbert, bootleg right, looking downfield, takes a shot for Q, and that pass is intercepted by Kamari Lassiter, an absolute disaster of a play. You're 5 yards from field goal range. You take a shot downfield against one of the best secondaries at turning the ball over, and Lassiter jumps the route for the pick.
Yeah, you're trying to just get a trick-em home run ball on a kind of one of those banana routes where he's going one way and wheel out the other, out the back door. It was not there, and
No.
Lassiter turned, found the football, and went and got it. That's not there. You just got to throw it away.
That is not Justin Herbert football in 2024. He has been so good at taking care of the football. He was bracketed. Bullock was there. Lassiter was there. And one interception leads to another. You really had an opportunity to put your foot on the Texans' throat, and now this crowd is alive after having very little to cheer for.
And Q's not a 50-50 ball pass catcher.
So Stroud in the shotgun, Mixon to his left. Stroud to throw, and there's a quick hitter, and now Nico Collins is involved all the way out to the 23-yard line for a gain of 13. Gilman with the tackle.
That's been their pass game so far. It's just been slants. The Chargers have given up some cushion and had some outside leverage and have conceded that slant 3 times already.
Lassiter with his 4th interception of his rookie campaign. And how about this? The rookie, first in the NFL, 46% opponent completion percentage when targeted. So Stroud trying to get this offense going. There has been nothing to write home about thus far. Looking left, throwing left. There's Mechie wide open, but knocked out.
That was incomplete.
That was incomplete. Just great timing there to pop that one incomplete. And it'll be a 2nd and 10. Mechie had the fumble earlier that led to a field goal. And that was a Lowy who forced the fumble the last time.
If you're Puna Ford or Tito or Morgan Fox, you got to start getting a beat on this with these quick slants. The ball's coming out. You get your hands up in the air. See if you can't deflect, pop one of these balls up in the air.
Joey and Khalil, your edges. Tito and Puna interior. Again, Stroud to throw. Here comes the stun, hit, and drop. Khalil Mack. Joey Bosa with a meeting at Stroud for a loss of 10. 2nd time he's been sacked today.
They do not pick up games. We said it at the top. That was a little twist stunt with Khalil Mack coming underneath, and they don't pick it up. Howard just lets him run right through C.J. Stroud without any interference.
And for Khalil, it's his 2nd postseason sack, and now we got ourselves a 3rd and 18. No team in this contest has converted a 3rd down. 0 for 4 Chargers, 0 for 3 Texans. They go empty from the right hash. They rush 4. Stroud has time. Middle of the field underneath. Caught, but Derwin there to wrap Mechie up and drop him shy of the 25, and out comes the punting unit.
Great job by the defense.
Absolutely.
Getting right back off the field.
You lose field position, but you don't let them get any momentum. As you hear the Boo Birds out, following the interception by Lassiter.
Well, they blocked a punt a little earlier. How about the Chargers return one here? Darius Davis a little bit of a runway and see what he can do.
Davis this season has a long of 53 on a punt return. And this is a sky-high punt. Fair catch. At the 25, 49-yard punt, no return, but some breathing room for Herbert. See if he can rebound from that interception, just his 4th this season. Chargers on top 6-0 here, 9:28 to go in the half on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year.
All right, chat. So we got 9:20 to go in the 2nd quarter. Chargers still clinging to that 6-0 lead on 2 field goals by Cameron Dicker, the kicker. And, but yeah, 9:20 to go. Listen, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. My analytics are telling me that about 95% of the people that are watching my videos do not subscribe, and that hurts my feelings. So hit the subscribe button and give the video a like. The likes get us up higher in the YouTube algorithm. I got on late today, so I'm sure I'm off that first page. But if we get the likes up, the video will rise to the top. But again, big shout out to the people of Los Angeles and the surrounding areas. I will be wearing my LA Dodgers hat for the next 2 days for these streams to show support. But thank you so much for being here, and enjoy the rest of the game. Be in and out of the chat and in and off the mic as the game proceeds.
Stadium with your crew, transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Chargers.
Want the latest in Chargers breaking news, exclusive content, scores, up-to-the-minute highlights, press conferences, and more delivered straight to your phone? Download the official Chargers app, your one-stop shop for all things Bolts. In addition to staying in the know with the Chargers app, you can also conveniently manage your tickets and access important know-before-you-go game day information all in one place. Staying connected to your Bolts has never been easier. Download the official Chargers app today and bolt up.
So 6-0 here, Bolts. 9:20 to go in the half. This game has been ground to a halt. Chargers moved the heck out of the ball on that first drive. 10 plays, 57 yards. Couldn't convert a third and inches and settled for a field goal. The last 4 drives, I should say. 16 plays, 47 yards, and an interception. They had to rediscover their mojo. As Chark, McConkey, and Quinton are your receivers. And they break huddle, moving left to right from the right hash with Dobbins in pistol formation behind Herbert. Matlock, the fullback, just outside Slater. Chark in motion left to right. Handoff to Dobbins. Dobbins, 1 yard to the 26-yard line before he's tackled by Daniil Hunter. It'll be a 2nd and 9, under 9 minutes to go in the half.
I like to see the Chargers try and throw the ball to the backs a little bit here. See if they can get out in some space. There just hasn't been a lot of room so far. They've hit McConkey on a couple of these in cuts on early downs. But I'd like to see them get the backs going a little bit in the passing game.
Well, if they get the back going, it's going to be Haskins. Had that big reception against Denver for 34 and a touchdown. Darius Davis now that orbit motion. Herbert throws it out into the flat, has one man to miss, and he gets absolutely lit up by Lassiter, who's having a heck of a game. That is a loss of 3, and now it'll be 3rd and 12.
Yeah, he's playing with his hair on fire right now. This secondary's played really well. There was no hesitation. He let Q just run right by him and closed on Darius outside in leverage where he had some help, and it's a tackle for loss. And you got to avoid negative plays here. 3rd and long.
They lead 6-0, 8 minutes left in the half. 0 for 4 on 3rd down. From the left hash, McConkey in motion. Herbert to throw. They rush 4. Has time. And now throws middle of the field. McConkey has it. Makes a man miss. Ladd McConkey to the races. Past the 40 to the 42-yard line for a gain of 19. I would call him old reliable, but he's young reliable.
And great pocket by that offensive line, given this time to develop. There's a trio of defenders. McConkey just curls right around him, and because he works back to the ball, he's able to get away from him after the catch. Again, that's just instincts and feel for such a young player. It's incredible.
And that ball was 3-4 yards short of the sticks. So now from the 42, McConkey in motion left to right, makes it bunch formation. Dobbins takes the handoff. Dobbins hit as he crosses the line of scrimmage out to the 44-yard line before Barnett makes the stop. A gain of 2. It'll be a 2nd and 8. But stick with this run.
It's going to pop eventually. We've talked to Coach Harbaugh about it before. It's those body blows. Eventually it's going to pay off, and you're going to be able to crease them. In the meantime, you're able to influence those linebackers, and you're getting some pass game behind that group of linebackers.
That was the first 3rd down converted for either team, and it came with less than 8 minutes left in the half. So a 2nd and 8. Dobbins stays in the backfield. Herbert in the shotgun. Dobbins to his right from the left hash. 4 on the line of scrimmage for the Texans. And Herbert has time. Shuffles to his right, throws, and that pass is incomplete for McConkey. Working through his back was Stingley. And the All-Pro might have got there a little early, but that ain't getting flagged when it's Stingley.
No, it was a great play, though, on his part. He's able to get that arm around him. I mean, that's just a great play.
That's your first-team All-Pro. So here we go. Can they do it again? 3rd and 8 from their own 44. They need to get to the Texans' 48.
I bet you they see some type of blitz here. They didn't get any pressure on the last 3rd and long.
Well, you got Al-Shaair right there on the line of scrimmage. 6 on the line of scrimmage right now for the Texans. And they bring 5. Herbert hit and throws short of Dobbins. Incomplete. He was under pressure, and Had to get rid of it. Able to avoid the sack, but out comes J.K. Scott to punt away. And you know what, DJ? You're starting to get the feel that the Texans got to feel pretty darn good about this.
Yeah.
As bad as their offense has been playing, their defense is keeping them in this game.
Yeah, you got some pressure. I think that was Hunter working against Joe Alt, got around him, and then you got some interior push working against Bozeman.
Woods standing inside his own 10. Scott will kick it away. Left to right. And this is a high spiraling kick. Woods going to let it bounce, and it takes a Charger bounce. Can they get there? Yes, they can. They will stop it at the 1. What a beautiful kick by J.K. What a great stop by Dean Leonard. And it'll be Texans ball at their own 1-yard line. 55-yard punt, no return. Chargers lead 6-0. 6:15 to go on the half on the LA Chargers Football Network.
For non-stop NFL talk, there's only one station for you, and that's Sirius XM NFL Radio.
As much love as Detroit gets, I'm not sure they're getting enough. This could go down as one of the greatest offenses of all time.
Patrick Mahomes, quarterback that is concerned about not only winning football games, but his legacy. Winning as many Super Bowls as Tom Brady, that's what drives this kid to come to the facility every day and work hard.
The road to Super Bowl 59 is on Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
This week on Let's Go with Bill Belichick, Max Crosby, Peter King, and me, Jim Gray.
Coach, what are your thoughts on Mayo being let go?
It's no surprise. There's so many coaches now that are released after a year and a half. You need that shared vision between ownership and coaching and scouting, and that's when you can be successful. And I had that up until about the last 4 years in New England. And when you have that shared vision, you have a chance and you can get a lot done.
Listen to the extended version of Let's Go, now available exclusively on the all-new Sirius XM app.
It's Carrie's country. You're just living in it.
You can tell Carrie's in her element. These are her people. This is what she loves to do.
Carrie Underwood's own channel, featuring live performances, brand new music, and never-before-heard stories from the idol-turned-country icon.
You want to hear a variety. You don't want to hear the same songs. You want new things for your ear to gravitate toward.
Travel to Carrie's country anytime. Sirius XM Channel 60.
Wildcard Weekend continues when the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wilson back, throwing to the right, has a man wide open. It's Freiermuth, and he's in for the score.
Battle the Baltimore Ravens.
Lamar firing back of the end zone. Touchdown Ravens! Rashad Bateman.
Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, catch the national broadcast on NFL Radio Channel 88. The Steelers call on Sirius 82 XM 226. The Ravens call on Sirius 83 XM 227. In the car and on the Sirius XM app.
This is Bill Belichick. Hear me break down the week in the NFL every Monday night on Let's Go, 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
6-0 here, first half, 6:15 to go, and a heck of a punt by J.K. Scott has the Texans backed up all the way to their 1-yard line. They have not scored. They have not converted a third down. They have just 3 first downs on 16 plays for 59 yards to go with 2 turnovers, an interception, and a fumble lost. If you want the latest in Chargers breaking news, exclusive content, scores, highlights, and more, download the official Chargers app today. All things Bolts right at your fingertips. Stroud under center. Mixon 7 yards deep in the end zone. Handoff to Mixon, and he breaks a tackle and pushes the pile forward, still moving. And there's that strength of Mixon all the way out to the 7-yard line for a gain of 6 to give his quarterback a little bit of breathing room.
Chargers got a little penetration, and Mixon just ran right through it. That was a physical, hard, tough run. Thule got caught a little bit upfield, and Dayon just missed a low tackle.
2nd and 3. Chargers 6. Texans 0 in this first game of the 2024 season playoffs. Again, it's Mixon in the backfield. Stroud under center. And it's a play action. Here comes Tart. And trying to spin out. And there is nobody there. There is nobody there.
Close.
It's not even close. There is no one where Stroud threw that ball. And here come the officials to talk about it.
And the quarterback was outside the pocket, and the pass crossed the line of scrimmage.
So they're saying outside the pocket. And
that was close.
Tear Tart came flying through that line to apply pressure. And we're looking at the replay now.
There's no way he's out of the pocket.
He's absolutely not out of the pocket. That is a terrible call. It's not even close. He took 2 steps before he let it go. So here we go, 3rd and 3. Chargers, can they rebound here with Bosa on the field? Stroud to throw. Quick out. Caught. Nico Collins breaks a tackle. No, he doesn't. Nice job by Christian Fulton to wrap him up. But they pick up the first down to the 13, and that is a bad call by the officiating crew. That should have been a safety.
And they've hit the slant several times, so this time they run the quick out route with Nico Collins, and that was hard fought to get that first down. The Chargers haven't given up anything easy.
We're coming up on that middle 8 as the Texans won the toss, deferred. They are all the way back at their 13-yard line, and man, if they get some points out of this, you want to talk about going into the locker room with momentum. 6 on the line of scrimmage for the Bolts. Deion Henley's getting Snoopy in there, and he's coming. Handoff, and Joey Bosa there to slow down Mixon. He breaks that tackle, gets past the 15 to the 16-yard line for a gain of 3. Mack makes the tackle.
That's a 6-yard difference. Bosa would have had him at the 10-yard line. You've got to stay on your feet. He is a very strong back. He's 230 pounds, and you can't just fall to the ground and hold on. He'll pull right through that tackle.
Texans are taking their time, and now Dameon Pierce, who going into last week's game against Tennessee had 117 rushing yards. He gets out of that game with 19 carries for 176. Here's Stroud to throw. Quick out. Nobody covering Mechie. Left sideline as he steps out of bounds.
That was a friendly spot, too. They're going to give him a first down.
That is just their 5th first down today. Chargers only have 9. This has been an absolute street fight of a football game early with the defense dominating. Still at their own 23. Clock running, 3:45 and counting. They still have all 3 timeouts. Break huddle. Pierce in the backfield. Stroud in the shotgun to throw. They rush 4. Here comes Tart. Stroud trying to escape and hit as he throws short of Robert Woods, and Enoy was there trying to make a break on the ball. It'll be 2nd and 10, but Tart, man, he has been a force here on this drive.
I've noticed when they are able to get their hands on these receivers and just take away that now throw. C.J. Stroud wants to throw that ball right away, and when they get their hands and disrupt that rhythm, Stroud is completely flustered and uncomfortable holding on to the football.
That was Puna Ford who put a lick on him as well right when he let it go.
He wanted to throw that to Mechie, and it was covered up, and then he went in panic mode.
Mechie is out to the right with Hutchison. And here's Stroud to throw. Again, pressure up the middle. Flag comes in from behind. That pass is caught by Hutchinson. But we'll see what the flag is. It's in the area of offensive holding.
Tart got tackled.
Land Clark, our referee.
That's number 71. Half the distance to the goal.
It's a huge penalty.
Yes, it is. So that's Titus Howard. And you mentioned Tart. We talked about it. He is so disruptive. And absolutely, Titus got beat. He lifted that leg. And now this is all the way back at the 11, and we got a 2nd and 21. 3:14 to go. Clock is running. Chargers up 6-0. Stroud under center. Mixon in the backfield. Stroud to throw. Looking left. Now looking middle of the field. Looks right. Throws underneath. And there to make the stop on Stover is Derwin James. He holds him up long enough for Troy Dye to come clean it up, and we got ourselves a 3rd and 16.
This could be a 3-point play right here. You get a stop and force the punt. You've got a chance, a great chance with a kicker like Cameron Dicker to go down and get 3 points before the half. This is a huge play.
The first down is at the 33. The ball is at the 17. Right hash, they break huddle. Ogunbowale in the backfield with Stroud shotgun. Trips to the left. Dalton Schultz to the right. Thule and Bosa are your rushers. Ball over the head of Stroud. He scoops it up. Thule in pursuit. And downfield, wide open is Hutchinson. Absolutely wide open to the 50-yard line. A disaster of a play for the Chargers. 33 yards. The ball went over Stroud's head. He breaks contain. And that's what he does, DJ.
Yeah, you look at it. Khalil Mack took an inside rush, so you let him get outside on the broken play, and I think the fact the ball was on the ground, the Chargers just lost sight of Hutchinson.
What a mess. All the way out to the Charger 49, the first time they've been in plus territory in what seems like an eternity. On the other side of the 2-minute warning, we'll be back with the Chargers up 6-0 on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Hey, everybody, it's Dale Earnhardt Jr. If you're a racing fan, Dirty Mo Media.
All right, chat. So we are at the 2-minute warning for the first half of this AFC wildcard game between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. Score is still 6-0. What a play there by Stroud to get out of trouble deep in his own end and just huck it to a wide open receiver for a gain of 30. But at the half, y'all, I'll be scrolling down on that stat page for those of you with bets on tonight's contest or maybe parlays that you're working on. You'll be able to check the status of those at the half. And also appreciate it if you'd all subscribe if you are new to the channel. I'm not sure why we're just kind of hoovering around 258. But I haven't been hidden yet, as best as I can tell. And so that's a good positive. And like the video. Again, I told you all that liking the video is what gets you pushed up in that YouTube algorithm and helps you get more people, more eyes on your channel. But I thank you all for being here, and we are headed quickly to halftime of Chargers-Texans.
Radio's tour of spring training beginning in late February. When the football season blows its final whistle, it's baseball's time to shine. Tune in as we visit with all 30 teams on site across Arizona and Florida. Hear from the star players, managers, and front office executives. MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training begins in late February on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
Los Angeles fans, hear what Coach Harbaugh and the players have to say after each game on the Chargers channel. 8:17 on the SiriusXM app.
So at the 2-minute warning, right now, Chargers up 6-0 on the Texans. Their offense has gone into a full stall. The defense had him backed up to the 1. We thought it should have been a safety. They ruled Stroud was out of the pocket, gave him new life. They converted their first third down, and on a 3rd and 16, ball gets snapped over Stroud's head. He's able to corral it, roll to his right, and complete the longest pass of the game, 34 yards to Hutchinson. And now they got a first down in Charger territory at the Bolts 49. They go empty. Mixon on the numbers left. Stroud in the shotgun. They rush 4. Stroud, middle of the field, caught. Ball on the ground, picked up by the Bolts, and they'll say incomplete. It was Dalton Schultz. Troy Dye was there to make the play immediately.
Normally they let that go.
Shannon, what do you got down there?
Khalil Mack rarely shows emotion, guys, but after he was able to not help C.J. Stroud be tackled to the ground there, he came over, took a knee, and was visibly upset with himself. The leader of a defense here that prides itself on angles and technique and sound tackling, guys.
Thank you, Shannon. And that ball was close to being a completion and a fumble as Schultz turned upfield but didn't take that extra step. So he's 2nd and 10. 1:57 left. They have all 3 timeouts. Again, Stroud to throw. He's got time. Middle of the field. Caught. Nico, and he's got a lane to the 20, to the 15. Before he is tackled by Alohi Gilman, there's a 38-yard completion. We had a defender fall down, Christian Fulton. He tripped, and Nico took off.
He just lost his footing. I mean, it was a heck of a throw by C.J. Stroud, but the defender's on the ground. Actually ended up getting in the way of some help that was coming his way from Troy Dye.
Well, now here is weakness versus strength. They are in the red zone for the first time today. The Texans have struggled to punch it in. 26th in the league, and the Chargers have the #1 red zone defense. This is the 11th play of the drive that started at the 1. Stroud in the shotgun, Mixon to his right, hands to Mixon, hit, dropped. Poona Ford. And it's going to be a loss of 1. Under a minute, letting the clock run. They still have all 3 timeouts, and now they bang their first one. Let's quickly take 10 seconds for our stations to identify themselves on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Interact with our stable of former players, coaches, and executives all day long on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Well, we said
it's the Chargers who took the timeout, DJ.
Yeah, Chargers are going to try and get some time after a field goal attempt is their hope. You preserve some time for Herbert to maybe go back and get 3 yourself if you can get off the field here and force a kick. But we said it at the top. I mean, it's hard to imagine a way the Texans win this game without Nico Collins being a factor. And you'd like to give him a lot of attention, preferably while standing on your feet. Losing your feet, that is a tough look.
Yeah, that one went for 37. He's now got 3 catches for 55. Stroud, 11 of 19 for 154 and an interception. They break huddle. Mixon still in the backfield after losing 1 on that last play. It's a bunch formation to the left, and now Woods in motion to the right. Collins and Mechie to the left. Stroud to throw. Goes underneath. Incomplete. Perfect timing by Cam Hart. Covering Robert Woods. It'll bring up a 3rd and 11.
Well, again, that didn't take any time off the clock. You saved your timeout. It's a minute 2. Stop this one. If you have to bang a timeout, you bang it, and you've got a minute for Justin Herbert on the backside of this thing.
And they were bracketing Nico Collins on that one.
They can beat you with the left hand. How about some pass rush here? Run one of those games. Whoever's on the outside, though, whether it's a game or straight up, you've got to keep contained.
Morgan Fox and Thule inside of Khalil and Joey. Ogunbowale in the backfield. Bunch formation to the right. Stroud to throw. Middle of the field. Caught. Collins touchdown. And just like that, the Houston Texans have tied the game and have a chance to go into the half with an extra point from Fairbairn.
That's just hard to imagine that you allow the ball to go there. Bracketed him the play before. This time again, it's just another quick slant, and it's over. From the slot, outside release, and you're late with the help from the safety. That's Eloy Gilman.
Was flat-footed.
He's got to get downhill and go play that ball.
So Fairbairn to give the Texans a lead. Hard to fathom when the Chargers were up 6-0 after scoring on their first offensive possession and then creating a turnover on the Texans' first offensive play. And this kick is good, and just like that, the Texans have taken the lead in an elimination game, 7-6. Chargers do have 2 timeouts and 58 seconds to play with here to try to regain the lead. Now remember, the Texans will start the second half with the football. The timing is just terrible considering they had nothing going this entire first half, and a 3rd and 16 all the way back inside their own 15-yard line.
The drive started at the 1-yard line. I mean, you've got them backed all the way up, and you almost had a safety. You go from that to allowing a 3rd and forever conversion. A ball snapped away from the quarterback, scooped up off the ground for a huge chunk play, and then you allow their best player, Nico Collins, to really go unfettered to the end zone on a slant.
For Collins on the season, even though he only played 12 games, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, make that his 8th. For Stroud, that is his 21st touchdown toss. 13 plays, 99 yards, 5 minutes, 17 seconds. And Nico on that drive, as you said, he's the one that's going to have to do it. 3 catches for 55 yards and the touchdown. Now let's see if the Chargers have an answer here.
They have a lot of time.
Offense has just gone quiet since that first drive. They are 1 of 6 on 3rd down. Houston 3 of 3 on 3rd downs on that scoring drive, and that's the difference in this game right now. And this one is not returnable. Chargers will start at their own 30. And see how Greg Roman opts to call this one. Texans still have all 3 timeouts. And Kaimi Fairbairn has got one of the biggest legs in the league. His long this season is 59. Long in his career is 61, and we're indoors.
Well, it'd be huge, though, on the other side of it. If you can get a drive here and get yourself a long field goal from Cam Dicker, recapture the league and the momentum, which has gotten away from you here in the second quarter.
Break huddle. Q goes on the numbers left. Herbert in the shotgun. Dobbins to his left. And now Dobbins going to flex out to the left side of that offensive line. They rush for Herbert. Stands tall. Climbs the pocket. Throws sidearm. Incomplete. Intended for DJ Chark. Derek Stingley in coverage there. 2nd and 10, 52 seconds left.
Does Herbert have a rushing attempt yet?
No.
And that was an opportunity again there. Start the drive, just take off and go. It opens up for you. He's climbing up into the pocket, but
that should have been caught.
He's just been a little reluctant to take off. It's a heck of a throw.
Yeah, that's right through the hands of DJ Chark. 2nd and 10, and again, NRG Stadium has come alive after having very little to cheer about. Dobbins in the backfield. Texans are creeping and showing blitz. They rush 4. Herbert hit, but throws downfield, looking for McConkey. Over his head, incomplete. 2nd down. He's able to shake off the defender. McConkey had a step. There were 3 defenders back there, but he just overshot him by about 10 yards.
Yeah, I just need a little bit more air. Justin got away from the pressure, kind of pulled through it, but I think that caused him to rush the throw. He had him. Just needed a little bit more air under the ball.
Herbert having a rough first half here. 8 of 19 for 97 yards and an interception and a QB rating of 36.5. He had been playing the best football of the season, and some would argue his career, these last 4 games. And now Chargers want a timeout on this critical 3rd and 10 with a 1-for-6 3rd down number today.
Boy, you have to look forward. You can't look back, but a lot of opportunities gone by the wayside in the first half.
No doubt. I mean, DJ, I just think back to that scoring drive there. The pressure they applied in the end zone, ball's thrown away, and Stroud maybe just gets a step or 2 outside the pocket to prevent it from being called a safety. You got a 3rd and 16 with a ball hiked over the head of Stroud, and somehow he's able to get outside the pressure and complete a pass to convert that, and it's a 99-yard drive. And here, this place has come alive. I mean, it was dead silent.
Someone other than McConkey's got to make a play.
Yeah, McConkey's got 4 for 56. Will Dissly's next in line, 2 for 16. And these receivers got to stop dropping passes. Will's got a drop. Chark has a drop. Probably called that timeout to get McConkey back on the field. He's in the slot left. I should say slot right. Bunch formation. They bring pressure. 5 coming. Herbert rolling to his right. Throwing downfield for Q. And caught. They say incomplete. It's a great adjustment by Q to catch that ball. But they'll say he was out of bounds at the Houston 30, and out comes J.K. Scott to punt it away with 39 seconds and all 3 timeouts for Houston.
Yeah, he was late to adjust to it. I don't think he finished the catch either. It was low, but just a little late trying to work back to it. And Herbert didn't necessarily have to abandon that pocket.
Oh, yeah, it hit the ground before it bounced into his hands. So incomplete. Here's J.K. to punt it away. Had 1 blocked already. Woo! And this one is fluttering. Takes a Charger bounce, fielded at the 25 by Woods. Able to spin away from a couple tacklers, get all the way to the right sideline, pushed out of bounds at the 32-yard line. And again, with all 3 timeouts, you don't need a whole lot for Fairbairn. 45-yard punt, but a 7-yard return.
Well, the Chargers have had a couple mental boo-boos here on some big plays. It'd be nice to see if the Texans could return the favor and maybe get a little too aggressive here.
They have 2 turnovers, a forced fumble, and an interception. And they break huddle. With Ogunbowale in the backfield with Stroud shotgun right hash. Nico Collins slot left, Mechie outside. Now Mechie will settle into the slot. That's where Stroud's looking, still looking, throwing underneath. And Nico run out of bounds, left sideline at the 36. That'll be a gain of 4. Tarheeb still in coverage, but it stops the clock at 22 seconds. And they still have all 3 timeouts, so they can work the middle of the field.
It's nice to get some pressure, and if you can't get home, get those hands up. The ball's coming out quick with C.J. Stroud.
Bosin back on the edge. Morgan Fox and Puna interior. Still Ogunbowale in the backfield. Schultz in motion left to right. Settles opposite Joey Bosa. Stroud looking middle. Here comes pressure. And he is able to get away. And there's Stroud using his legs. Oh, and he runs by a tackler to the 40, to the 35 before Dayon can drag him down. I don't know if they thought he was going to slide, but they just let him run right by him. It goes all the way to the 37-yard line of the Chargers.
We've just
27-yard run.
We've seen it in big games. Quarterbacks use their legs a little bit more. You've got to try and change the math. These defenses are too good, and that's what we've wanted to see on the other side is just be aggressive, take off, and go.
And that was Eddie Jackson, who was just slow to get there. And Houston hits their first timeout. They have 2 left, 13 seconds at the 37. Chargers need a negative play here.
It's just, it has to be all hands on deck in a playoff game, and that includes the quarterback using his legs.
And that's what you saw there. They made it available to Stroud. He took it. And you look at the quarterback comparison, DJ. 13 of 22 for 171, a touchdown and an interception. Not to mention that rush for 27 yards. Herbert, 8 of 20 for 97 yards and a pick, and has yet to try to run the football. Defense needs to come up with a negative play here. Bosa, Mack, your edges. As they are in dime. Handoff to Ogunbowale. And he is all the way up to the 32. Houston uses the timeout, stops it at 9 seconds, and they'll still have 1 left, so they can maybe take a shot.
I mean, they're just making this a more makeable kick.
So I don't think they're going to let him pass.
No, why would you take a negative play? You're sitting on 3 points right now, which the way the Chargers offense has struggled feels like an awful lot.
Fairbairn, 13 of 16 from 50 and beyond this season. Right now, you'd be just inside 50 yards. You'd be at about a 49.5. So let's see if they can get him a couple more. I assume that's what they'll do as they break huddle. Woods, Collins to the right. Hutchinson to the left. Again, Ogunbowale in the backfield. Stroud throws quickly over the middle, low, caught. And that's all the way down to the 22. And they will call their final timeout with 6 seconds left. And I assume a very makeable kick here for Fairbairn as all the momentum has swung back the Texans' direction.
I mean, how many times are they going to hit that slant from the slot, including the touchdown? You're playing off coverage. You're just conceding it.
Well, it's interesting you say that, DJ, because that's been the deal with Nico Collins this season. You play off, and he's going to make you pay. 11.6 yards per target in off coverage, 4th most in the NFL. 41-yard attempt here for Fairbairn to make it a 4-point lead going into the half. And again, the Texans will start the second half with the football. Middle of the field, 31-yard line. Good snap, good hold. And this kick is up and through. 3 seconds left on the clock. And this one was all Chargers early. Again, they jumped out to a 6-0 lead. Could not convert a 3rd and inches and had to settle for a field goal after driving down the field on the opening drive with a beautiful mix of run and pass. And then on the first offensive play of the Texans, they create a fumble by Mechie. And they're only able to get 3 out of that due to a drop pass by Disley at the first down marker. And it has been nothing doing offensively since.
Yeah, this offense, I mean, that's the story going into the 3rd quarter. Trailing by 4 points right in the middle of this ball game, but the offense has got to find something in the second half, and that means anybody other than Ladd McConkey, somebody outside of Ladd McConkey has to step up and make some plays.
Yeah, I think you hit it on the head too. That goes for Herbert using his legs. He has yet to attempt a rush, and there have been lanes there, especially with the pass rush right now. I assume they'll just kick this out of the back of the end zone. Fairbairn, right to left, does exactly that. Davis going to field it 8 yards deep and bring it out to the 10 on the hash. And he is undercut at the 15, and that'll end the half. Texans 10, Chargers 6. Wild card round of the playoffs, and Darius Davis is down on the field writhing in pain. Ilo will keep an eye on that as he gets you all the halftime coverage. Again, 10-6 Texans on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Millions of Americans take medicine like
Hi, chat. So we are at halftime of this AFC wildcard game between the Chargers and the Texans. Texans, a late field goal to push their lead to 4. So as we go to the half, it's Chargers 6, Texans 10. And as I mentioned, if you're new, please hit that subscribe button. We are like just stuck at this 250 number in this stream. It's very interesting. I'm half tempted to restart. Maybe that'll get me in a different queue of some kind, but we are literally just like we're in quicksand at the 250 number. But kind of a, how would I describe that half of football? I wouldn't say overly exciting. Would you, chat? I would say somewhere between mid. Buster Brown made my favorite shoes. Everybody remembered those cheap brown shoes their parents would buy you so you get to go take a school photo. Had them. Absolutely had them. Absolutely had more than one pair too, Bodo. Too funny. Too dang funny. But anyway, as I mentioned before, there's nobody new in here, I don't think. I think it's just our people. But if you haven't, please hit the subscribe button, give the video a like. I almost hope that when I look here that I'm hidden so that I can restart. But alas, I am not. Let me do a search and see where I'm coming up in the search. This is ridiculous. Rossi on the top. Toronto killing it. Clown Lounge. Yeah, I'm so far down here, y'all. There's the Nation. There's Big Zig. And there I go. I'm like after the line. I'm like after the line. I'm behind like people that are just showing the video game. But what you gonna do, chat? I wore tracks from Kmart, 4 stripes, fake ass Adidas. We did. We had a dude from France came in. Parlez-vous. I see your stream. What just happened there? Did someone subscribe or something? Hey, thanks for subscribing, T-Mob. Thank you so much. Oh, they are, Bodo. They're all doing them. They are all doing them. All right, let's get to the first half stats, y'all. For those of you with bets and parlays and all that good stuff. I created, for those of you that weren't in the NCAA streams this week, I created a third screen that we've spent some time on today. But what it does is it blows up these stats for the viewer to see better. There is the scoring by quarter. The Chargers put 6 up in the first and the Texans 10 up in the second. And adds up to a 6-10 score in favor of the Texans. Here are the scoring plays for the first half. Let's go down a little bit here. Cameron Dicker started it off with a 35-yard field goal to make it 3-0 Chargers. Then Dicker, the kicker, another 39-yarder to make it 6-0. Then C.J. Stroud, a pass to Nico Collins across the middle there for a 13-yard touchdown. Fairburn's point after makes it 7-6. And then Fairburn hits a 41-yarder with 6 seconds left before the half to make it 10-6. Win probability now for Houston is 59.9%. Your current live game odds, according to BetMGM, has the Texans now with a 2.5 point favorite. Texans minus 150 on the money line. Chargers plus 120. Total points over under is now 33.5. I believe that has gone down. I believe that has gone down a bit, but it'll tell us here below here. Here's how the money is breaking down currently at BetMGM. It's always right around 50%, y'all. That's why the house always wins. They're going to get their juice one way or the other. So we now have an implied final score of 19.5 to 22 in favor of the Chargers, and pregame odds had the Chargers as the favorite. So that is swapped, and as I mentioned, the over-under has gone down. Here are your individual player stats. I can only put up so much of it at one time, but there you go. Herbert, 8 for 20, 97 yards and a pick. Stroud, 14 for 23, a touchdown and a pick. Leading rusher for the Chargers is Dobbins. Michael Lowe, been a member for almost 2 years, man, at the God of War tier. Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Dobbins, the leading rusher, 8 for 26, 3.3 average. Stroud, the leading rusher for the Texans, 1 for 27, a 27-yard average. Mixon, the actual running back, 6 for 15, 2.5. McConkley leads in receptions, 4 for 56 on 8 targets. And Nico Collins for the Texans, 4 for 68 with a touchdown on 5 targets. I'll scroll the rest of this if you have like weird bets on, like, you know, the receivers like Disley or Chark or Mechie, etc. But I'll leave that up there for a minute so you can check your parlays. Justin says, not totally true, but most common. Occasionally Vegas will let Joe Public pound a team and not adjust at all. Those are the plays to fade Joe Public and ride with Vegas. This head under written all over it says Tweety Mob. All right, going down further, if you have some kicker parlays, maybe some return parlays. Can you make bets in Vegas on punters, chat? Can you make bets on punters in Vegas? What the hell would you bet? How many punts they make? Or what their average is? Or what the longest punt of the game would be? Here are the defensive stats, y'all. If you need me to get my big ass out of the way for either Gilman, Tart, Leon, let me know. Lightfoot SRT says, I definitely had the under on this game. I need the Chargers to get a big stop here after the half. I don't know what you guys are talking about. That's crazy, y'all. New evacuation orders as Los Angeles wildfires spread even further. Chad, how far is this from Dodger Stadium? I'm worried about L.A. Lou because I know he was north of Dodger Stadium, right? I think L.A. Lou lived in that Pacific Palisades area, or real close to it. Hey, appreciate it, Theo. Appreciate it, buddy. Again, y'all, I tagged some products for these two teams. If you're a Charger fan or a fan of the Texans, and you look just below this video, exit out of the chat, look right below the video. I've got some cool stuff tagged down there. I've got those floating helmets, you know, that you set on a desk or whatever, and the air lets it float around. I've got A couple jerseys, including a badass Junior Seau Charger jersey. Couple hats, all kinds of nice stuff there. And it's all from Fanatics. It ships directly from Fanatics. And I get a little piece of the action if you purchase something that I selected. Dripping with sarcasm, says Justin Kaufman. The Eaton Fire is the closest to the stadium, but it's not in danger yet. Some of the video from that thing has been absolutely stunning. So sad. I mean, entire communities just wiped off the map. And so many of those people couldn't afford, their property insurance, so they just said, F it, we're going to go without it. They lost everything. As I mentioned last night in the college football stream, I totally anticipate quite a large migration from California towards this way, towards Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, in the coming months, because if you didn't have insurance, you probably can't afford to rebuild, and the competition for builders is going to be absolutely insane. Just an ugly thing, y'all, but I hope none of our people are affected. I don't know how they didn't get rain during those 3 days last week, because we had a full cold spell that went through here. We got snow. I don't know how that didn't go through California first. Of course, most of our stuff comes up from the Gulf. You're going to Vegas for vacation, Mike? Yeah, Arizona could definitely be the next one to get hit with these wildfires, Chad. They could definitely be next. We've got the same thing. We've got a lot of dead foliage and all that stuff, Let me get back to this audio. First, let me see if I'm hitting again. But I hope you all are having a great Saturday here. The NFL playoffs have started. And in just, 6 or 7 days, we got a national championship game. And two biggies, Ohio State versus Notre Dame. So whenever they show this NRG Stadium, that's the Astrodome right next door, right? Chat? All right, they're getting their radio crew ready, or their announcing crew ready. So let me get this all refreshed. We'll get a newer feed.
Up until that last drive.
Someone other than McConkey's going to have to get going, and you know who I'm going to say. Get Stone Smart involved. Get Semi Fehoko out there. Give him an opportunity, but somebody's going to have to make a play. It can't just be Ladd McConkey, or they're not going to win this ball game.
Well, they've already forced 2 turnovers in this game. Stroud threw 12 interceptions in the regular season, his 13th here in this game. See if you can force a turnover, maybe get a short field to wake this offense up. As Dicker boots this thing out of the back of the end zone. It'll be Houston at their own 30, and we go back down to the Chargers sideline and Shannon Farrell.
This team is capable of a second-half jumpstart. We saw it in Kansas City when they promptly scored 2 touchdowns out of the half. No doubt the leaders spoke up at halftime in the locker room. Like Khalil said earlier, we have a rare opportunity, a rare situation, the right group of people together. What are we going to do? It's up to us.
No doubt. Look, they got the right leadership. There's no doubt about that. Jim Harbaugh, Derwin James, Khalil Mack. You think about that Bronco game, down 21-13. Broncos come out, kick a field goal, and then they just were able to pour it on. So let's see if we can get it started here on the defensive side of the ball. Joey and Khalil, your edges. Mixon in the backfield with Stroud shotgun. It's a handoff to Mixon. And Mixon able to push forward for 5 to the 35-yard line. Alohi Gilman there along with Deion Henley. Mixon now 7 carries for 20 yards. Been able to wrap up this run game, but Stroud 23 attempts, to just 8 on the ground, and one of the, well, I should say 9, but one of them's a scramble by Stroud.
No question. Troy Dye getting a lot of work here in this ball game today.
He's in the middle of the field. Now you got a pistol formation again with Mixon on a 2nd and 5. And it's a handoff to Mixon again, and this time they drop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's Poona Ford, and that is no gain, 3rd and 5. And we've talked about it with this defense, DJ. One of the best 3-and-out percentages in the league, 5th in the league. They force their opponents to go 3-and-out on 24.3% of their drives. And what a perfect way to reestablish a little bit of momentum here if you can do it.
I know that Nico Collins is a great player, but you're going to have to get up and press and challenge these receivers. You can't give free access for these quick-hitting slants and out routes.
Mechie and Nico are stacked to the right of Stroud. Mixon in the backfield, 2 to his left. He's looking middle. Here comes pressure. Stroud he's got Nico. And Nico is off to the races. 30, 25, and it's Khalil Mack that has to come from the line to make the tackle. It was a slant to the middle again, and Nico burns him again.
I think that was Christian Fulton once again in coverage. I mean, he's just having a field day as Christian Fulton dives to the ground again. He can't stay on his feet. If you're going to give up the catch, at least stay on your feet and make the tackle.
Well, just like that, they are now 4 for 4 on 3rd down after starting 0 for 4 on 3rd down. And they are picked up where they left off. Knocking on the door of the red zone from the Charger 24 with a new set of downs. Trips right. And now they go empty. It's a quick throw on a screen to the flat, and there's a flag, and the ball's on the ground. Ball is on the ground. Mixon dropped it. Are the Chargers on it, or do the Texans have it? They say the Texans. No, it is Charger football. Tony Jefferson emerges from the pile with the ball. There is a flag on the field.
I think that was going to be a double pass.
It's going to be Charger football, DJ. Boy, did they need that.
Holding. Offense. That penalty's declined. Result of the play is a 1st down.
That was a backwards pass. I think it was going to be a double pass. Then he decided to keep it to abort the double pass, then fumbled the ball.
Well, and here we're seeing Mixon. And that is Tony Jefferson that knocked it out and fell on top of it and recovered the football. How about that?
That might have been a game saver by Tony.
Absolutely. Jefferson in his 10th season out of Oklahoma was probably the 53rd player to make the team, and now Chargers offense is on the field. And we'll keep it here. Weren't sure if they were going to go to commercial break or not. Now they're pulling all the trainers off the field, so it looks like we'll stay here.
Boy, the defense has done their part here and getting a big turnover. They got to find some rhythm offensively. And again, who's it going to be? Who's going to step up and help out Ladd McConkey?
McConkey right now, 8 targets, 4 catches, 56 yards. The next leading receiver is Will Dissly, 2 for 16. Got to get this ground game going again. It was working so well on those first couple drives. And it's Dobbins out there with Herbert under center. Quentin and McConkey to the right. Fisk outside of Slater to the left. Play action. Herbert climbs, throws, and caught. There you go, McConkey again, outside the numbers, right side to the 43, and he's going to get a personal foul penalty for a face mask. So not only does it go all the way out to the 43 for 17 yards, but Stingley.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 24. A 15-yard penalty will be added at the end of the play, 1st down.
And he got his money's worth.
How about that for a drive starter there?
Now marching all the way into Texans territory after the turnover. That's the 3rd turnover of the game the defense has forced. +2 in that category. And they are right on the doorstep of Cam Dicker field goal range. Gus Edwards now in the backfield. Herbert under center. 3 tight ends on the field. Well, 2 tight ends in Matlock. And now Herbert changing the play. 5 on the play clock. Down to 3, 2. And they get it off. Hand off to Gus. Following Matlock. Keeps his legs moving. Gets inside the 40 all the way down to the 38. It's a nice 4-yard run before Eric Murray makes the tackle. And just keep doing it, man. Keep running the football.
I just like securing the 3 first and foremost, and then you can get a little bit more aggressive. But right where you are right now, an extra 3 or 4 yards is huge.
He got on the hip of Matlock and then Fisk. We got a 2nd and 6, still on schedule. They break huddle. Gus stays in. Pistol formation. Matlock outside of Alt with Disley on that side as well. Quinton and Ladd to the left. Herbert hands to Edwards again. Edwards knifes through the B gap inside the 35 to the 34-yard line for a gain of 4. 3rd and 2. Will Anderson with the tackle.
Yeah, let's see if Justin can convert a big 3rd down right here. No negative plays, no sacks, no penalties. You're in field goal range. But once again, Justin, if it's there with your legs, take it. Just go take it.
1 of 7 on 3rd down. They break huddle. Gus stays in the backfield. Herbert in the shotgun. Q 1-on-1 left. McConkey to the right with DJ Chark and Disley. Herbert hands to Edwards. Edwards hit at the line of scrimmage and absolutely dropped Aziz Al-Shair. And is it 4-down territory, or is it time for Dicker to attempt a long one? And they're going to go for it. So it'll be a 4th and 2. Chargers this season 10 of 16 on 4th down. The Texans defense has allowed 17 conversions on 26 attempts. A 4th and 2. Herbert under center. Offset eye with Dobbins. Herbert takes the snap. Play action. Throws into the flat. Caught Q. Is he going to have it? They're going to mark him short. Derek Stingley, the All-Pro, with the tackle. They will be a yard short. They needed 3. They needed 2.5, and they got 1.
That makes no sense. That's the 2nd time they've thrown him the ball short of the sticks.
He has got to get deeper on that route.
He's got to fight Stingley to get past the line to gain.
Turnover on downs. They cannot cash in on the fumble. It'll be Houston ball when we return, leading 10-6, 10-10 left in the 3rd on the LA Chargers Football Network.
It's a new year, and some things never change. Like my good looks. And now the top 5 reasons to visit Morongo. Number 5.
Glow into the new year. Save $100 on our age-defying Hydra Spa facial at Sage Spa.
Number 4.
New Year gift giveaway. Get a Brentwood Hot Pot when you earn 500 points on your rewards card the 14th.
3.
The Marketplace all-you-can-eat brunch is a judgment-free zone. Go ahead. Start your meal with dessert. We won't tell.
And the number 2.
Just Hilarious. Live this Saturday. Get tickets now.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Lexus NX 250. Earn entries now playing table games with your rewards card. And be here on the 31st at 10 p.m. for your chance to win a Lexus.
Morongo, the best casino resort in the Southland. Good times for everybody.
At UCLA Health, discovery and innovation lead to the best care. Our doctors and nurses work tirelessly every day to bring you the best experience so you can live your best life. It's why we're consistently ranked as a top hospital nationwide for 35 consecutive years by U.S. News and World Report. Go to uclahealth.org to schedule an appointment today at one of our over 280 locations right here in Southern California. Once again, that's uclahealth.org.
Want the latest in Chargers breaking news, exclusive content, scores, up-to-the-minute highlights, press conferences, and more delivered straight to your phone? Download the official Chargers app, your one-stop shop for all things Bolts. In addition to staying in the know with the Chargers app, you can also conveniently manage your tickets and access important know-before-you-go game day information all in one place. Staying connected to your Bolts has never been easier. Download the official Chargers app today and bolt up.
Texans on top of the Chargers. The Bolts create a turnover, but they then turn it over on downs. Playoffs are here. Now's the perfect time to gear up for the Chargers postseason. Check out the Chargers Pro Shop powered by Fanatics for the best selection of Chargers merchandise on the web. Visit shop.chargers.com. So the Texans not harmed by the fumble. However, at least the Chargers able to get them out of field goal territory with the turnover. That's the farthest they got the ball into Houston territory, DJ, since they forced the turnover on their first offensive possession of the Texans. Rolling to his left, all kinds of time, and now C.J. Stroud going to use his legs, slides down at the 41-yard line for a gain of 6. Junior Colson, the nearest player in the area, but we got to see some of that from Herbert.
Yeah, I'm begging for it, please. C.J. Stroud just smart on that one because Tuipulotu has a choice. If he goes for Stroud, you dump the ball off in the flat. He has to widen out with the receiver, and then Stroud just takes the opportunity to use his legs.
Thule and Bud, your edge rushers on this series. Tier Tart and Tito on the interior. Troy Dye has been manning that middle pretty much all game long. 2nd and 4, fakes the pitch, sets up the screen. And there's Nico Collins with a first down just shy of midfield. Tier Tart able to wrap him up at least and slow him down. He gets out to the 48 for a gain of 7. This Texans offense starting to move the ball now.
Well, look at Nico Collins' numbers right now.
Yeah, he's got 5 catches for 109 yards and a touchdown.
He's just getting punched with the right hand. And this was an issue for previous Charger teams. Hasn't been for this one. This one's done a good job of taking your best player away, making him a focal point. But
now Cam Hart going to go over there with him on the numbers to the left of Stroud. Stroud to throw again. Oh, Collins escapes. He's got a lane. Instead, he goes underneath. And Cade Stover able to pick up the first down to the Charger 40-yard line. Troy Dye makes the tackle, but that's another gain of 12. And, man, Nico was flashing down that sideline as Alohi Gilman was trying to recover to get him.
And all of a sudden, this pass rush that was unstoppable early on in the first quarter of this game hasn't really been getting to C.J. Stroud.
Well, he's in rhythm, DJ. He is feeling it. He's using his legs. And what does it come off of? A 3rd and 16 when the ball was snapped over his head. And that's how this whole thing got started in the second quarter. Stroud again, quick. Stover has it to the 35, to the 34 before Troy Dye makes the tackle. Another gain of 7.
Just easy.
It is. He's such a rhythm player. And now we got a Charger down on the field.
It's like Cam Hart grabbed his hand or his wrist.
Looks like Dean Leonard walking onto the field to take his place if they're able to get him up and off here before we go to a timeout. Still getting a look at Cam. And they'll break. So we'll break with them. 10-6. It is still a single-score game. It is still in the balance. The momentum certainly favors the Texans, but we know how quickly that can shift. We'll be back with the Texans on the Chargers 34 on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Chargers and the NFL. Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. They're the safest and most convenient marketplace to score fully verified Chargers tickets. And even if your plans get turned over, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell your seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Chargers.
The Los Angeles Chargers Impact Fund is a nonprofit charity empowering youth, generating access, and creating opportunities in under-resourced neighborhoods so today's dreams can become tomorrow's reality. Through the Impact Fund's Bolt Academy program, Inglewood area high school juniors and seniors are taught critical job skills that they then apply in game day positions with the Chargers. Learn more about Bolt Academy and the Impact Fund's other inspiring initiatives by visiting chargers.com/impact.
Win with Wilshire Law Firm, official personal injury partner of the Chargers. Our 2 teams bolt up to win for you. Think you may have a personal injury case? Call us now at 800-824-1993 and pay nothing until you win. That's the Wilshire Law Firm promise.
Give the gift of Chargers season tickets now on sale. Get the best seats at the lowest prices and be a part of the atmosphere inside SoFi Stadium for year 2 of the Jim Harbaugh era. Find out what everyone's been talking about. Visit chargers.com/tickets today.
Sometimes your phone breaks. Ugh. Dude. What the? Oh, seriously? Hey, life happens. But at Verizon, we got you. Trade in any phone from our top brands in any condition and get a great deal on iPhone 15 with an unlimited Ultimate plan. And turn...
No!
Into... Oh, yeah! Only on Verizon.
Well, maybe last week did something for C.J. Stroud. He played that opening series. D'Amico Ryan said they needed to get something figured out with how poor they had been playing. He went 6 for 6 for 50 yards and a touchdown to Nico Collins. And now he is 4 for 4 here in the second half with a 2nd and 3. Handoff to Mixon, and Mixon bounces it outside. Left sideline, finally dragged out of bounds by Alohi Gilman, but not before he gets to the Charger 19. Let's go downstairs to Shannon Farron.
Yeah, guys, Cam Hart was escorted off the field. The orthopedic doctor holding his right hand and his right shoulder.
All right, thank you, Shannon. Yeah, immediately into the tunnel, not even into the blue tent. And that's Mixon's longest run of the day. He's now got 10 for 33 with that run. And now in the red zone are the Texans.
Bosa got caught up the field on that last run.
Hand off to Mixon. Now he's got the middle of the lane. Just outside the left hash, but here's a hold. Looks like it's going to come back. Otherwise, it would have been 1st and goal.
Holding. Offense number 71. 10-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
It's Titus Howard who held Deion Henley on that run. So make it a 1st and 20 instead of a 1st and goal. A big break. Now, can they do anything with it?
And forcing a 3 is huge. Keep this a one-score game and buy your offense some time to figure some things out.
I mean, we're already halfway through the third quarter, and Houston's going to end up taking the lead in time of possession. At one point, it was 12 minutes to 3 minutes in favor of the Chargers. And it's a 1st and 15 because of where the hold took place. So back at the 24. Stroud to throw. Pressure comes, and Stroud takes a shot downfield. Derwin intercepted! And he's up and running out of the end zone. Derwin to the 20, to the 25. He's got blockers. Derwin outside the numbers. Makes a man miss and gets past the 40.
Did he get touched? That's the question in the end zone. It was a heck of a pick.
And there is a flag on the Houston side of the field. A huge pick for Derwin. The 4th turnover forced by this defense.
I think he's touched down. It's going to be in the end zone as a touchback.
Absolutely.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, passing team number 28.
That's big.
A 15-yard penalty reinforced from the end of the play. First down,
it's not that big of a deal because he got out to the 40. So instead, they'll start at the 35. But what a play by Derwin, the exact guy you need to make it so we can get back on that sideline and knock these guys around a little bit and wake them up.
Well, we said Derwin was going to have his imprint on this football game. You knew it was going to happen, and that was a heck of a play. I mean, just elevating, go get the ball at the highest point. I don't want to be cynical, Money, but I'm watching that going, shoot, if we get out of this game, maybe we get Derwin a little bit of work on offense next week.
Right.
That's the best catch, the best ball skills we've seen today.
For Derwin, 10th career interception, 2nd this season, his 1st in the playoffs. He knew eventually number 3 was going to put his imprint on this game. The All-Pro can get the defense off the field, and now it's up to Justin Herbert to get something going. 9 of 22 for 114 yards and an interception with a QB rating of 38.8.
Well, we'll keep saying it until we see it. He is so fast and so big and so strong. And an offense that is, lacking in a plethora of weapons, his legs are a weapon. Let's employ it.
He has yet to rush the ball once. And after that first drive, when he had great protection, started to get pressured, his arm got hit twice, and just nothing has been the same since.
Well, there is plenty of time to get it right.
Texans offense is coming back out on the field. Are they saying that Derwin didn't catch that ball?
Reviewing the play, the ruling is incomplete pass. The 15-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the start of the snap. The down will count. Second down.
So it's a 15-yard penalty, and they were already at 1st and 15, and it's a loss of down, right?
So it looks like it should be 2nd and 30.
2nd and 30, yeah.
We're still waiting for the replay.
I never
That
saw
is not
where he
something
didn't
we
catch
suspected was a possibility. Thought they were just looking to see if he was touched in the end zone. All right, we're going to take a timeout. They still want to discuss this, figure it all out. As it's 10-6 Texans on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Want the latest in Chargers breaking news, exclusive content, scores, up-to-the-minute highlights, press conferences, and more delivered straight to your phone? Download the official Chargers app, your one-stop shop for all things Bolts. In addition to staying in the know with the Chargers app, you can also conveniently manage your tickets and access important know-before-you-go game day information all in one place. Staying connected to your Bolts has never been easier. Download the official Chargers app today and bolt up.
At UCLA Health, discovery and innovation lead to the best care. Our doctors and nurses work tirelessly every day to bring you the best experience so you can live your best life. It's why we're consistently ranked as a top hospital nationwide for 35 consecutive years by U.S. News and World Report. Go to uclahealth.org to schedule an appointment today at one of our over 280 locations right here in Southern California. Once again, that's uclahealth.org.
Yamalva Resort and Casino at San Manuel continues to be California's #1 entertainment destination as we start your 2025 off right with the biggest names in folk, rock, and country music. Grab your tickets for indie rock superstars The Killers as they play all their popular tunes on February 18th. Pop superstars and radio hitmakers The Lumineers grace the stage on February 22nd. And country legend Reba McEntire performs March 20th. Details at yamalva.com. Must be 21 and enter.
They get back in time.
They want to get mine. Go on the ceiling.
10-6 Texans after finally getting some reviews from the CBS feed. It looked as though what the referees decided in the replay center was that the ball moved. It's very hard to tell considering the call on the field was an interception. But because they do have a lot of cameras here, there was one angle that did show that ball certainly hitting the ground and probably decided it's a little bit too much to call it a pick. So Texans with a 2nd and 30 from the Charger 39. Stroud in the shotgun. Mixon to his left to throw. Looking to the middle of the field, and now he's going to take off, and there he goes again.
You better touch him. There's a late
flag.
That is a very late flag.
So right now they're marking him down at the 33. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense number 57.
2nd and 40.
10-yard penalty. Second down.
Let's make it a 2nd and 40. And that's the right tackle rookie, Blake Fisher.
You got Bosa, just never let go of him. Goodness gracious. He was way behind the play, too. It was a dumb penalty.
So we're now at the 6:44 mark of the third quarter. And a 2nd and 40. Before we were talking about having him settle for a field goal attempt. Now let's get this ball back to them. You had a potential 1st and goal.
No dumb 5-yard penalties.
Exactly right. Christian Fulton pressed up on Nico Collins. And Joey, it's a free play. Do not let this thing go downfield. And they're going to say catch. No, they'll say incomplete as Fulton able to throw Nico Collins out of bounds, left sideline, but it'll be a 2nd and 35 because Bosa jumped.
Oh, man, you'd have
Outside. Defense number 97. 5-yard penalty. Second half.
I mean, it's still a 2nd and 35 at the 45.
It just that would have been an incompletion.
Right, you would have
a chance to save 3 points more than likely with the 3rd down coming up, and now you just got 2 more cracks to really get 10 yards is what they need.
For Fairbairn to make this a touchdown game. 10-6 Texans, 6:17 left with the clock stopped on the incompletion. Collins goes out to the left again. Fulton now in off coverage, about 10 yards off of Collins.
It's a light box.
Stroud to pass. Here comes pressure, throws underneath. Breaking a tackle is Mixon, and now he's in field goal range all the way down to the 32-yard line. That is a gain of 12, and it's still just 3rd down, though, and 22. So definitely a chance to get 3 out of this.
Uncharacteristic, though, with these missed tackles. Guys leaving their feet. That time it was Derwin James.
You said it with Mixon. You cannot do that with him. He's too strong.
You've got to bring your legs. You got to run your legs on contact. You can't dive.
You cannot allow a 1st down here. At this point, they're in field goal range. You have to hold them to 3. And you got 4 defensive backs 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. Empty for Stroud. Throws quickly, middle of the field, and inside the 20 to the 19. But again, as good as Fairbairn is, once they were at the 31, they're in field goal range. So now a chance for the Texans to make it a touchdown game. Which, considering they had a 1st and goal with that mix and run, DJ, were it not for the Howard hold.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's 13 points.
Exactly
that they make this. That's nothing. The offense has got to wake up.
37-yard field goal from the middle of the field. Good snap, good hold, and Fairbairn puts it through. And that is now 13 unanswered by the Texans as they lead the Chargers 13-6, 4:48 to go in the 3rd on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Sometimes you only get one look at greatness.
Novak Djokovic looks to continue history, this time pairing up with his former rival, Andy Murray.
And he stands above all others at the Australian Open.
On the women's side, Iga Swiatek looks to silence the doubters after a PED suspension.
He's done it!
Dan Graca and Tracy Austin host the Australian Open Preview Show right now on the Sirius XM app. Just search Australian Open.
Wildcard Weekend continues when the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wilson back, throwing to the right, has a man wide open. It's Freiermuth, and he's in for the score.
All right, chat, we got 4:48 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Texans just put up another field goal to push this to a 13-6 lead. I didn't want to do the math, but yeah, we're still 4:48 to go, quarter number 3. We're like 4 subscribers, chat, 4 subscribers, maybe fewer because I think a young lady just subscribed a second ago. But we're like 4 away from that 21-6 number, 21-6. So if you're new, 95% of the folks that have been watching these streams the last 30 days are not subscribed to the channel. I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button and give the video a like. We're pushing 100 likes as well. We're 9 likes away from 100. That's what pushes me up in the algorithm. At this point, it's a little late in the game for that to really matter. But if we get to 150 likes, I'll gift a membership like I do. But back at it, y'all. Back at it. Wildcard Weekend, Chargers versus Texans.
13-6. Seemed like the prevailing thought for the folks that follow the betting world was take the under. as it was 44, and right now we have a combined 19 points between these two dominant defenses. And it's about time. A lot of people said they didn't think the Texans offense was going to be able to back up its defense, but so far it has. They got 13 on the board. And now it's up to Justin Herbert and company to do the same for their defense. They forced 3 turnovers. This is a short kick.
What a bounce.
Fielded at the 2, just next to the left sideline. Darius at the 20, now at the 25, and he is hit out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Let's go downstairs to Shannon Farron.
Good to see J.K. Dobbins running back onto the field. He was not in for that last offensive series, guys. Gus Edwards handling the bulk of the work. J.K. was kind of over here on the sideline just shaking his head, wanting to get back in there. He is now.
Yeah, they need him. Shannon, you're absolutely right. He's got experience in the playoffs. He averages nearly 5 yards per carry, has a receiving TD, a rush TD. And this offense has got to do something here to get this crowd out of it. They were asleep for the first 25 minutes of this game. And they are absolutely in it now. Matlock ahead of Dobbins on 1st and 10 from their own 29. Herbert hands to Dobbins, and he is wrapped up from behind by Miles Bryant, who came from the right side of that offensive line to make the tackle for no gain, 2nd and 10.
Eric Murray, the safety, was blitzing as well. I mean, they just selling out against the run on some of these downs.
Now Hassan Haskins checks in. A 2nd and 10. Chargers only have 148 yards of offense. The Texans 334. Trips to the right. Now Davis in motion, little orbit motion. Herbert to throw. Has time, throws into the flat for Davis, has a blocker, and there's Darius using his speed. Ball is out, ball's on the ground, and the Chargers managed to fall on it at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4. That would have been an absolute disaster. And it's Hassan Haskins who was there.
That was Stingley. He punched that ball out.
And Davis actually jumped back on top of it himself. Chargers are 1 of 8 on 3rd down. They need to get to the 39. The ball is on the right hash 33. They're moving right to left. And they got to give their defense a breather. They go empty. Haskins in Q to the right. Trips left. McConkey in the slot. And they rush 5. Herbert's got to escape, and he can. He is lifted and planted by Danico Autry. Questionable to play, and the 11th-year vet with 62 career sacks literally lifted Herbert off the ground and body slammed him to the turf for a loss of 6.
Yeah, he just annihilated Jamari Sawyer working inside against him. Immediate pressure. Nothing Justin Herbert could do on that one. Just a bad beat up front.
Boy, this is going to be a big possession here because this thing can get away from him in a hurry. J.K. with a short punt. Fair catch signaled for by Woods at the 38-yard line. Let's quickly take 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Listen to groundbreaking interviews and thrilling play-by-play all season long. Touchdown! On Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
So 3 and out. Talked about how the offense needed to step up. Dobbins gets no gain on the first with Miles Bryant flying from behind the play to make the tackle. And then you get a short 4-yard gain and a near fumble from Darius Davis, followed by a sack. And now the Texans right back on the football with Stroud under center, having himself a heck of a game. Hands off to Mixon. Mixon runs into Deion Henley, gets to the 42-yard line for a gain of 5. And they can start taking the air out of this football with the way the Chargers offense is looking, DJ.
Yeah, offense has just no-showed, and that push that the offense was getting early in this game, that script has flipped. The Texans have really started to get some push. If not for a mix and run getting called back, they'd really be taking this game over on the ground.
Just eyeball test they have. Again, since that interception thrown by Herbert after they had secured the interception, leading 6-0, it has been all Texans. And this time, there we go. Shooting the gap as Tony Jefferson drops Mixon in the backfield at the 38-yard line for a loss of 5. And now we got ourselves a 3rd and 9.
They got to get off the field.
Got to. A minute 40 left in the third quarter. It's just a touchdown game, 13-6. The offense has done nothing since their first drive.
Funnel this ball to the – if they beat you to the outside, tip your cap to C.J. Stroud. But you cannot allow these in-breaking routes again here.
Nico Collins, 6 catches for 116 yards. C.J. Stroud is coming up on 300 yards passing. Nico all alone to the left on the numbers. Mack and Bosa, your pass rushing edges. Now Nico going to make it 3 to the right. And here comes pressure. Stroud steps up, throws underneath, caught, but short. Short of the sticks at the 39. It'll be a 4th and 3. Deion Henley with the tackle. And out comes Tommy Townsend to punt it away. Nice job by the defense.
Getting right off the field, and they have got to get a rest. Even if you don't score on this next drive, you've got to eat up some time and buy them a blow here. It would be nice if special teams could join the party here with the offense in such a struggle.
Townsend, one of the best punters in the league, allows just 4.8 yards per punt return. He gets that ball way up there with a ton of hang time. And this is an end-over-end kick that is short. And it is out of bounds. See where they mark it. Went out of bounds right around the 20. And they're going to mark it out of bounds at the 24-yard line. So good field position here for the Bolts. With 21 seconds left in the quarter, just a 30-yard punt from Townsend.
Boy, the first down would sure ease some of the pressure. And it is an offense that is pressing in a big way.
They only have 11 first downs. They only have 146 yards. The Texans have nearly 200 more yards of offense than the Chargers, 341.
You might need to start thinking about moving the pocket around too with some of the movement, because they are getting a bead on Justin Herbert in that launch point right behind center, and they have teed off these last few possessions.
Stone Smart, Disley, and McConkey to the right in a bunch formation. Q one-on-one on the numbers left. Now McConkey will join him over there. Dobbins in the backfield. 5 on the play clock. Herbert from the shotgun to throw. They rush 4. And there's intercepted. It's going to be a pick 6. Through the hands of McConkey into the end zone. Eric Murray goes from bad to worse. McConkey was open and Herbert just sailed it.
He tried to put a little extra on that ball. It looked like he overthrew it. You rarely see Justin strain. And when you overthrow the ball, it tends to take off on you, and that one sailed.
We're looking at the replay here. McConkey was open, would have been a great drive starter. And he just throws it way high through the hands of McConkey, into the hands of make that Eric Murray. His fourth career interception. And it goes from a 7-point lead to potentially a 14-point lead as we'll get into the fourth quarter. And man, did this one get away. D'Amico Ryan sprinting down the sideline with his finger in the air.
Their defense has just dominated this football game.
Absolutely. And look, it was right there in front of us. This has been a dominant defense all season long. The extra point is good. It is a 14-point lead. The Chargers are staring at 15 minutes and 13 seconds left in their season, unless they can come up with an answer that has not been here since the first drive of the game. Justin Herbert threw 3 interceptions all season. He has thrown 2 in this game, and both of them, you would argue, DJ, were pretty bad ones.
Bad throws. I mean, the first one more so a bad decision, trying to force the ball on a shot play to Q. That one, he double clutched a little bit, and then he thought he had to get a lot on it to get that ball in, knowing there was a defender crashing on McConkey, and the ball just took off. I mean, McConkey got a hand on it, but it was well over his
head.
That
was fired. I mean, it was a laser. It was way over his head. He had to leap for it.
Chat, listen, we're about to enter the fourth quarter of this one. Houston now with a 20-6 lead. The next game is that game between the Steelers and the Ravens, and it's a 6 o'clock start. 6 o'clock start. So if this thing's sitting here with a 2-touchdown lead or, big point lead, I'm likely going to end this stream so that I have time to prepare for the next one, to switch over the setup, and to get on 30 minutes earlier so that I don't end up with 5,000 views for a stream. But I'll play it by ear. We're right at the top of the hour, actually 10 after. So in 20 minutes, I'm going to have to make a decision. Do I end this one early because it's a blowout, or do I finish it? But we'll figure it out as we go, okay? Back to this one. Pick 6 there, and San Diego's got the ball down now by 2 touchdowns.
Best quarterback in football over the last month of the regular season, and just needed to show up here. Again, he's got 15 minutes and 13 seconds left. Chargers moving right to left here at the end of the third quarter. I formation with Gus Edwards. Hand off to Gus. They want to start on the ground, and they get 2 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 8 going in to the fourth quarter as they will flip sides of the field. 15 minutes left, potentially in the Chargers season. They trail by 14, 20-6 Texans, going into the fourth on the LA Chargers Football Network.
For non-stop NFL talk, there's only one station for you, and that's Sirius XM NFL Radio.
As much love as Detroit gets, I'm not sure they're getting enough. This could go down as one of the greatest offenses of all time.
Patrick Mahomes, quarterback that is concerned about not only winning football games, but his legacy. Winning as many Super Bowls as Tom Brady, that's what drives this kid to come to the facility every day and work hard.
The road to Super Bowl 59 is on Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
This is Dave LaGreca from SiriusXM's Busted Open, and I love pro wrestling, and so do you. And that's why I'm bringing it to you every day on the Busted Open podcast. Join me in a cast of pro wrestling Hall of Famers for reactions, insights, and interviews with the biggest names. Plus, weekly sessions all about their decade of wrestling expertise that we call the Masterclass. Download Busted Open now on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sometimes you only get one look at
matches featuring soccer's most iconic clubs as they battle it out for European supremacy.
What a start for Inter! Haaland scores the hat-trick!
From the league phase to the final, the Champions League is on Sirius XM FC 157 and the all-new Sirius XM app.
This
taste the sweet nectar of the end zone
is the NFL on Sirius XM.
With the Sirius XM app, you can hear your hometown announcers all season long. Just search for your team on the Sirius XM app and tap the star to save it as your favorite.
Well, let's think back to the salad days, the opening of this game. Chargers drive down the field, get a field goal, immediately create a turnover, a fumble by John Mechie, get a field goal, go up 6-0. And since then, they have punted 4 times, turned it over on downs once, thrown 2 interceptions, one of them a pick 6, and have 94 total yards. That's since early first quarter.
Anything that can go wrong has gone wrong, but there's still time.
Plenty of time.
You've got to start with this drive right here, and you almost feel like 4-down territory right now.
Yeah, it's a 2nd and 8. Dobbins in the backfield, Herbert in the shotgun. Disley and McConkey to the right, just inside the numbers. Texans showing blitz. They rush 4. Herbert throws, caught McConkey, and McConkey falls down with the first down out to the 42-yard line. They needed 8. They pick up 10. And now McConkey with 83 yards receiving on 6 catches. And you don't have to rush. You got 15 minutes left, and this defense has played plenty well enough, DJ. It's just the offense's time to step up.
It would be nice, too, if you could just get an explosive. You know, if you could get a 30, 40-yard play. Just to loosen up this defense.
And they are going one-on-one with Kamari Lassiter on cue on the numbers, wide left. The ball is on the right hash. I formation. Play action. Herbert steps up, throws. Caught all the way down to the 40-yard line. McConkey again, and that puts him over 100 yards, and that was with Derek Stingley in coverage. It goes for 19 yards into Texan territory.
Well, you forgot to. Stingley was in coverage. Bullock was in coverage. Al-Shaair was in coverage. They had him tripled. And somehow Herbert was able to squeeze that ball in.
And here we go, a little tempo. Herbert right back at it. Dobbins to his right. Shotgun snap to throw. Sidearm through the hands of Disley and intercepted, and it's going to be a race with Herbert and Stingley. And Stingley is going to take it all the way down to the Charger 12-yard line. That is all on Disley. Herbert does not deserve to have that on his ledger. That is the second time he hit him in the hands.
He tried to turn up the field. He tried to turn up the field, and from bad to worse, not only doesn't catch it, but it's a Sunday hop right into the lap of Derek Stingley.
I mean, he put it on a platter. It hit Disley in the hands, popped up in the air, and Stingley takes it back 55 yards, and boy, I don't know how you dig out of this one. Man, Herbert just made two incredible throws to McConkey. It's an easy, absolutely easy throw, 5 yards downfield for a series starter. And man, now you're looking at 3-score game. Stroud under center. Mixon to the 3. 10 yards.
Is exhausted. You can't blame the defense at this point in time. They're absolutely exhausted. They've given up 13 points.
The Chargers had not allowed 20 points in any road game this season.
I mean, you've got a pick 6, and you've got another one that put them on the doorstep. It's hard to even grant these points to the defense.
This is a defense that held his team to 0 points through the final 5 minutes of the first half, and it has been all Texans. 20 unanswered, 6 of them, or I should say 7 of them on a pick 6. And here we go with a 2nd and 1. And we got whistles here.
I didn't see the flag.
I didn't see a flag either. Is there one out there?
I don't know what's going on.
No, I don't see a flag anywhere. Texans, C.J. Stroud's looking at Land Clark going, what are we doing?
Somebody from New York must have whistled in here.
Clock operator, please reset the clock to 13:02. 13:02.
For 3 seconds? That's bizarre.
Yeah. So 2nd and less than 1. They get a first down at the 3. Texans up 20-6. Boy, everybody felt so good coming into this one. There was such positive energy on the sidelines. Chargers were bouncing around the hotel. Got off to a great start here, forcing the turnover early, going up 6-0. And the offense was just unable to build on that. Defense held up their end of the bargain, but they have got to just be exhausted at this point. And a break huddle. Stroud in the shotgun. Mixon to his right. Looking left, rolling left, hit and dropped. Sacked by Khalil Mack back at the 15. A 9-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd and 10.
That was a huge play by Khalil.
Clock running, 12:30 to go. Chargers down 14. Well, Shannon said Coach Harbaugh came back from a 17-point deficit. So maybe that's the magic number.
There's not a lot of time left. You're going to have to be very efficient with your possessions, and you got to get a stop here first.
3rd and 10, left hash. First down marker is at the 3. They go empty. Chargers rush 4. Stroud throws short of Mixon. No flags, so out comes Fairbairn to make it a 3-score game.
Golly, this defense deserves so much better.
They really do. You're absolutely right. This is going to be the first time they've given up, if Fairbairn makes it, more than 20 points on the road. And
really 10 of these points would go on the offense.
Absolutely. Got a pick 6 and this one for 3. So you're talking about 10 points given up on turnovers. Fairbairn makes it a 3-score game, 23-6 Texans, 12 minutes left in their season on the LA Chargers Football Network.
Prized possessions, so you want to make sure you're taking care of it, and that includes routine oil changes. Hi, this is Tim Cates. With our family cars, I trust the folks at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. No waiting rooms, no appointment needed. With locations all over Southern California, go to SoCalOilChange.com and find the Valvoline Instant Oil Change near you. When you pull in, they offer stay-in-your-car service while you wait. Got 15 minutes? Need an oil change? Make it a Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000.
All right, chat. All right, we are done on this one. 23-6, Texans with the big lead. And I got to switch over to that next stream. And I'd sure like to come up a little bit earlier on that other one so I don't end up with just 5,000 views. But thank you all for being here. We did get to 100 likes. We did get 5,000 views. But we just kind of lagged at that 230 to 250 number. I don't know why. I guess I was too far down in the search. But not somewhere I like to be when I'm spending 3 hours of my life. I could have called the game and got 5,000 views, right? T. Kubler says, let's ride Steelers country. Yeah, it'll take me about 10 to 15 minutes to come up, y'all. But I'm going to bounce. Thank you so much. If you're new, hit that subscribe button on the way out the door. Give the video a like. And we'll see you in just a few. The newest subscribers will scroll on the bottom of the screen here as we exit. Final subscriber count right at 21.6 on the button. But thank you so much. We'll see you in just a few, y'all. Peace.